it's hot in here. It's like, look, the fire.
Ooh, that's hot, Eddie.
To keep me nice and toasty.
Roll Charlie around. There's a fire. Now
that's a fire. Roll around a bit. Roll around a bit. Folks, happy Sunday. It's that time. It's time again. The planets are in alignment.
And everybody's recovered.
And everybody's all recuperated from Friday night's extravaganza, because you guys saw us drink a lot on Friday night, but you should have been at the after party. That was even more debauchery went down. But tonight we got some good stuff going on tonight. Weather's getting warmer. It's summertime, camping season. So I was thinking, what if we've never done it, which was surprising. I hit Brad up. I'm like, I don't think we've never ranked the Jasons from each film. So instead of just saying 1 through 10, I made a little list of all the Jasons from all the films. And I figured we could do just like we did, I think, when we did the Chainsaw Masks for the Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah.
Everybody can give a ranking from 1 to 10, and then at the end, you see where it lands. I think it's a little bit more fun because you're actually doing it with us instead of just having a list,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it would be fun. And we're doing a movie review of House of Wax. Turns 20 this year. We were going to do the House of Wax watch along on Monday night, but I got something going on because Tuesday night's our usual night, and Tuesday night I'm going to see the Gene Simmons band, so I will not be available. So House of Wax watch along will be Thursday evening.
Thursday. And Brett will be remote. I will be remote.
Where are you going to be? A parent's house?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So he'll be on location in Wisconsin.
Got the shit kicked out of me. Oh, Pat's looking for it.
Come on, it's Czechoslovakia. We zip in, we pick them up, we zip right out again. We're not going to Moscow. It's Czechoslovakia. It's like going into Wisconsin.
Well, I got the shit kicked out of me in Wisconsin once. Forget it.
There you go. So that is the plan for this fine week. So tonight we're gonna have a good time tonight, and our top 5. So our top 5 tonight is top 5 horror movies that are set around camping. Fits this perfectly. Surprisingly, we never did that either, which I can't believe. Holy shit! And let's see who's hanging out with us in the chat tonight.
Yeah, let's say hi to everybody here.
And there's our good buddy Jordan, our good friend and moderator, is watching. He's doing his latest episode. So for you folks that haven't done it yet, go. He actually threw the link in here. Go check out Jordan's channel. He just launched today, Horror on Tap. He just threw up his first video where he does a review of American Werewolf in London. I missed the live, which was pissed because I wanted to break your balls in the chat. So I caught it afterwards, and it's real good stuff, guys. So go give him a sub.
I was about 10 minutes late, but we've obviously Jordan's become a big supporter and friend of our stuff, and we've talked to him about it many times, and I'm glad he took his time to figure out what he was going to do right. I said to him, I love how he kind of combined the craft beers with the rating systems.
Really good stuff, man. I love the name.
And you don't have to go super long. Don't do marathons. I think that was awesome that he went 15, 20 minutes. It was right.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, we don't shut up. That's why our streams are so fucking long.
Yeah, Jesus.
We drink and talk too much. That is what it is. Who else is hanging with us? JJ, what's up, brother? What's shaking? Our good buddy Colin is in the house. What's up, Colin? Colin is he's a hero. He was up with us all night, and I mean he saw the sun come up in Ireland on Friday, Saturday morning.
I think he was having breakfast when we were still on.
I think he was having breakfast. Slash your Fred, as they say in Jason Lives. Happy Friday the 13th. Oh, actually, today is May the 4th, so may the 4th be with you.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up? There's Lito, good buddy Lito.
Lito.
Cody Decker is in the house. Pat, that shirt. Yeah, I broke out my Friday the 13th shirt today. The button-down shirt. It's a little snug. It is what it is. Hey, Daniel, what's shaking?
He's married, Cody. He can't go out with you as a friend.
We can just touch stuff, right? We can touch each other's fun parts. And there's Bill, the Everscade. What's shaking up? And we get
Long
Bill.
Time no talk, Bill.
Long time no speak. We just chatting with Bill in the green room. There he is.
Fuck the other Everscade. Fuck you for sending me this shit.
I meant to ask him.
James. How you doing, man?
Hey, James. Bill had quite the.
I wish it was Saturday. What's that?
Bill had quite the evening after he got off with us, I guess.
Yeah, there was
all over the place.
Yeah. So I do. The funny thing is, usually I don't remember getting off the stream if we were had too many, but apparently I do remember. I actually cleaned up, which is rare. Cleaned everything up, went upstairs, and actually slept in my bed. So I guess it wasn't as bad as I thought I was. But
And
what happens?
I did message my brother. Shout out to him. He turned 51 today. He's a big Star Wars fan. Not as much Halloween fan, but
That's
he's a
right.
May 4th baby. Yeah, and he is a
I forgot you
Star
told me that.
Wars fan. Big fan.
Right.
But
Big
he'll
happy
take Halloween
birthday.
over Star Wars any day. So I will. I
Oh,
sent him a
good for him.
message and maybe he'll hop on in the chat.
Yeah, hopefully he'll hop in the chat. Any horror conventions this year? I'm going to see Carpenter. I'm going to see John Carpenter in concert in October. Super psyched about that. And the only other convention, I'm probably going to go to Monster Mania in August.
We might be going to one
And
in Monster Mania. Like we might come out there. We've talked about that for the fall, possibly. You don't know.
yeah, and probably in the fall too, if not Chiller Theater in the fall too. But yeah, I'm probably going to hit some. I don't have anything set in stone, but probably the next 2 Monster Manias and maybe even in the Chiller later in the year. But definitely, I'm going to see Carpenter, so I'm super psyched about that.
I had I had Days of the Dead a month ago, and then the new convention, the Galaxy Con this weekend. It was the first time they had it in Chicago. Nightmare Weekend, Chicago's. Sandy Johnson, Pat. I don't know if you followed her. Did you see what she did yesterday for her photo op? She had her original outfit on that she wore.
I saw that. I got to go hit her up because, like I said, I hit her up towards the tail end of last year, and she was busy.
Her up, huh?
Well, I'm going to hit her up, all right. You better believe it. I asked her about coming on and being a guest, and she said she didn't say no. She just is real busy. She said hit her up, after the new year, and here it is, May. I still haven't, but I'll send her a link. Her and Chris Duran said the same thing. He said hit them up after the new year, so I have to hit them up and see if we get them on and chat with them.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, we got some cons coming up. Yeah.
You get to see the Everscathed and Brett in person at Flashback Weekend.
Flashback has turned into it's always been good, but now that they moved it to another hotel, it's so spacey. And Bill will tell you, it's like the banquet hall it's in. We're talking tall ceilings, and spaced out. It's like easy to walk around. It's awesome.
Oh, Colin, that's right. He's going back to For the Love of Horror. Damn,
He's got a big one
next year. Maybe
especially because he could meet Chris Nelson, even though you probably could have met him here in a couple of years too.
You got to. We need videotape of that, so you got to have somebody videotape that shit. I mean, I'm sure. I mean, now I know Darren will be there. I'm not sure if Frank's going to be heading out there again this year, but maybe next year I can get out there. This year is just out. Like I said, November is booked solid with 2 weddings I got going on, 2 family weddings. So I am not doing shit.
I bet you, and when Colin goes up to Chris Nelson, I bet you Chris engages in the hug first, not Colin. What do you think?
I don't know. They have to do like the Chariots of Fire thing.
Like what Joe did to us in the middle of by the bar.
I got hit by a car. Yeah.
And Mary Beth's like, "What are you doing?
You're gonna get killed." James, you going to Monster Mania in August? You know what? Maybe I'll make sure I get there for Monster Mania, man. We'll hook up, go have a drink, meet in person, hang out, man. John M., Resident Kiss fan. In reality, the original Friday 13th was not about Jason as the villain. It was about his mother keeping. Yeah, it was a mother's revenge movie. It was a whodunit.
It was, but I still put him in the ranking because you do.
Yeah, I did too. I did just because you see him, and it's not gonna rank highly because you see him all for about a second or so.
I like that picture that Bill sent in our group chat where what's the guy popping out? The guy that I saw this weekend again. What's his name? Who's the first Jason guy?
Oh, Ari Lehman.
Looks like a porn star. Yeah.
He looks like a porn star. Ari Lehman, yeah.
Ari Lamo.
I could have met him he probably, I know he usually goes to the Blairstown Diner. Like when like I said, they have their little mini con on Friday the 13th, and I'll be there in June. So anybody in the Blairstown area, if you're going to be hitting up the original haunts of the original Friday the 13th, I will be there on June 13th, Friday, June 13th. I'm going to take that day off, go to Blairstown Diner, have something to eat, hang out, have a couple of beers, and see what's going on. Maybe I'll go live and hit some of the haunts that I didn't hit last time. So I'll definitely be doing that.
Did I tell you I caught my wife and what we were going to do this summer? I did the whole Tom Hanks thing. Did I tell you that? She's like, so what's the big plan this summer? I'm like, I don't know, drink a couple hundred beers and smoke an occasional cigar outside.
Yeah.
When she looked at him like, Anyways,
Yeah, that's a shame. She was too young, man. Law Park Lincoln, that was too young. And I'm sure she would have been at that. Because anybody in the chat, any you Friday fans, anybody going to? I think Lito was going to the big Friday 13th convention out there in California.
we would be
That's
there in
in
a
August.
heartbeat if we were closer. Yeah.
If I didn't have a lot going on, if it was closer, I'd definitely be there. But I got a lot of shit going on between now and then. And like I said, 2 weddings are in 1 month is going to hurt big time. Between then one of them, I'm one's not far from my house, so it's not that big a deal. The other one is in Virginia, so I'm gonna go down for a couple of days.
We're saving up for 3.5 years already.
Yeah, I already got a slush fund going for H50, so that's already yeah. I got that slush fund hidden away. I was like, "What's with all this money?" I'm like, "Go away, stop, don't ask." It's a slush fund for H50. Leave it alone.
I'll put a little slush fund for the horsies.
Yeah, Priscilla Pointer, I saw that too from Dream Warriors and Carrie. She died too. I did see that too. Colin had a new Everskate. That's right. He had that. That's right. He's got the what do you call it? The Everskate swag too in that video as well.
The big bag of
I'll
stuff.
get hit the Friday 13 when I'll be there for the 50th. Yeah, I would love to go out there for that Friday thing. It sounds like a lot of fun. But if I didn't have a lot going on after that, I definitely would because it'd be fun to take another trip out there. But oh well, it is what it is.
50 is going to be good, because there's just the relationships have just built even further. It'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of people. They don't know what's gonna hit them. Feel bad.
It's
for,
like almost
H50.
The convention's almost like a secondary thing, but not really. But I guess it is.
Well, like I said, for me, when I went to H45, the biggest thing to me was obviously seeing the original locations was priority one, and then secondary was hanging out with you, meeting other people, and hanging out with people that we just had so much fun.
And meeting new people.
Yeah, I mean, I got all the stuff at the convention and had fun with all that stuff, but man, it was cool hanging out with everybody and seeing the sites. So I'm looking forward to that because now there's even more people that are probably going to be out there at H50 that know that we've met. So everybody better get a new liver before they meet up with us.
We met Joey, right? But yeah.
Well, we met Joey. Yeah, we wouldn't have met Joey if we didn't go. And we wouldn't have met Lurch in person if we didn't go.
Lurch in person. And, that was the first time we met Cody in person. That was fun.
Cody, Down and Frank in person. So
no, that's right. I wasn't with Frank the second time was last year at Chillers. That's right. Okay.
Mm-hmm. This year marks the 75th anniversary of one of the most classical screwball comedies, Harvey. I know the name. I've never seen it. 75 years old. Holy shit.
I don't think I ever saw Harvey either.
I've heard of it. I've never seen it. Like Michael Myers says, their respective franchises wore on with the exception of Halloween 3. Yeah. Well, that's it. Jason was amped up. He was more elevated. I mean, obviously Myers got a little bit crazier too in the last 3, much more elevated as with the times.
I think it was just more blunt with it was just more obvious, I guess, maybe with Friday the 13th, wouldn't you say?
Definitely.
I don't see Michael Myers like eating somebody's heart.
Well, he did eat dogs, apparently.
He got hungry. He got hungry.
You got hungry.
Oh,
could have been a skunk. So let's get started. So we're gonna do it the same way we did the Chainsaw Massacre masks. So I have slides from all the Jasons from all the films. I'm gonna just give a ranking from 1 to 10, and then when we're done, you can rank it and see how it landed. Because maybe, if you just ranked it, you would just go off the top of your head without giving it a ranking, and it might not necessarily be in that same order. So if you did it in order, do this exercise with us and see how it compares. So it'd be pretty cool.
Let me grab a pen. Hold on. Hit pen.
Go grab a writing instrument. Harvey is so funny. So Jimmy Stewart. It's about this guy who talks to this human-like rabbit. Interesting. I've never seen that. I have to check it out. Jimmy Stewart film, huh? I have to write it down. I don't write things down. I don't remember shit. Harvey. All right. Bill just finished his last foggy geezer. He's been drip feeding himself throughout the day since he was at the movies earlier. Nice, yeah. My first beer right here. Shout out to Log Tavern Brewery, which should give me a freaking some money for advertising all the time. And have peanut butter Salt Kill Stout. Good shit. That's my dinner for this fine evening. Hey, Leanna, what's going on?
Hi, Leanna. I love the back of Brett's chair. Of course you do, Bill. Why would you not?
All right, so let's do this. So I'm going to bring up some slides, and we'll just rank from 0 to 10. You make up your list. Then afterwards, let's see where everything stands.
So it's 10. Okay, so I gotta. Okay,
Yeah, so we'll do
not
from
12.
no, we'll do from
Okay.
no, we'll do each slide we'll bring up of the respective Jason for that film, and then you guys could just give a ranking of that specific Jason from 0 to 10. Then at the end, just put them all in order based on highest to lowest,
Gotcha.
like we did last time. So, I mean, granted, Ari Lehman was in it for all of 2 seconds. I mean, but I felt I had to put it on there because technically he is the OG Jason.
10.
10.
Sorry.
So, everybody give your ranking, write it all down, and let's see where it is after that. All right, so
10 was the worst, right? Yes.
no, yeah, 10's the best. 0 is the worst.
Oh,
0.0. Yeah, well, a higher number should be better, right? 0 to 10. All right, so this
0.
all right. Now, the next one is going to be interesting because I brought up both of them because they pretty much split duties in this film. Warrington Gillette and Steve Dash. So it all depends on which one you like better. So there's Warrington Gillette because he is just the face of Jason, jumping in on top of Ginny, my Ginny. So I love this look. This is, I've mentioned before, this is my favorite film of the franchise. So let's see. And like I said, it wasn't all that long a scene, but let's see. What do I give it? All right, we'll give it this. All right. And then, of course, aside from Warrington Gillette being in the film, it's Steve Dash. I love me some Sackhead Jason.
Did you combine them or you separated those, right?
I'm just going to separate them as two separate things. I didn't do it. I didn't do it with part 5 because part 5 is Dick Whelan, but also I know Tom Morgan did a few scenes, but I'm like, that's a little bit too much. But I know with this, there was a big debate. These guys really did split duties because from what I was told, Warrington Gillette was too much of a pussy, didn't want to do a lot of the shit. So Steve Dash did most of it.
Mm-hmm.
Correct me if I'm wrong out there, you Friday fans, but that's what I remember hearing. Let's see, a solid 0.2 for Ari Lehman.
Mm-hmm.
So it says 8 out of 10. He wasn't in it much. Back that jump scare of Jason popping out of the water scared the shit out of it. That's why I gave it the score I did. More so for the effect because it was that big ass jump scare that nobody was expecting. What made the sequel to the original movie is that how we were first introduced to Jason as the main bad guy of the series. Yeah, it was a nice little twist. Baghead, yeah, I love me some Sackhead Jason, man. I know people can cry all they want. They stole it from the town that dreaded sundown, but nah. Hey, Eli, what's up?
Yeah, even Sackhead Jason in the remake is really good, I think, too.
Yeah, exactly. I love the remake. Big fan of the remake. So Eli's about to sip on some Four Roses OCO single barrel. Damn.
Oh, hey there, Eli.
Yeah, I'm right up there with you too, Colin. I'm a big fan of some sack. I'm wrong with the sack. Not
Why
the
don't
sack
you
on
ask
my
Eli?
head.
Why don't you ask Bill what happened with one of his bottles this weekend?
Yeah. Hey, Ryan, what's up?
Hi, Ryan.
All right, let's see. All right, let's move on. So everybody make sure you do your homework because at the end we want to know where everything landed for you guys and just put them in order from one to 11. All right, next up.
11.
One of my favorite Jasons, Richard Brooker, with those mean ass traps.
Yeah, those traps are very different.
Yeah. So this was one of my favorites. The way his traps were, the way he looked, and even when he lifted the mask up, he looked creepy as all hell towards the end.
When he's looking out the window at the final,
and it's like he's smiling and he's laughing. I love that.
I'm gonna come outside.
Like my dogs when I pull into the driveway, that's what they're doing at the window. And I love Richard Brooker, the way he moved, he glided. He was very Myers-like. Because remember, the beginning of this was very Myers-like, where he was in the shadows. He didn't have a mask or anything. So I love this one. All right. Let's see what everybody's saying in the chat. Sacomatic. That's right. I believe. I like it. Part 3 for Collins, 8 out of 10. Yeah, I love this one. Cody's saying 9. Yeah. The actor who played the cop in Friday the 13th was the second victim that Horace Pinker possesses in Shocker. Was he? Was he? I don't remember that. I have to go back and look. That's a good one. I have to go check. We love Shocker. I have to go back and check that out. The cop in so which cop is that in Friday the 13th? Is that the we didn't find any boy? Because that's the only cop I remember in the original. Oh, or is it the drunk cop that remember the guy is like, you guys, I'm smoking some Maui Wowie, and that guy. Remember the clown cop that showed up on the motorcycle?
And that cop, we didn't find any boy. Remember, he's in the house at the beginning.
He's in house. Yeah, that I remember him. I don't remember if that's what you're talking about. I don't remember him in that. I have to go back and check that out.
You shut up, you old bag. Touchy.
Yeah. Yeah, he was definitely, it was prosthetics, but it made him look so mean, man. Look at that. All right. Eli says he'd be more than happy to share his collection with us if we were only close. Where are you, dude? We're coming. Wherever you are, we're coming.
You're sending pictures, Eli.
To be honest, part 3 is her favorite. Yeah, part 3 is up there with me. Hey, what's up, Matt? Got to be a 9. Nice.
Hey, Matt. I like the pimp music at the beginning of Friday 13th Part 3. That's some good shit.
Oh, yeah. Yep, I do like that. All right, so let's see. We'll move on to part 4. Everybody keep your score. Like I said, those just jumping in. What we're doing is we're going through each and every one, and you rank them from 0 to 10. And then at the end, you got to put them all in your order and let us know your ranking. All right. Ted White. Big fan of Ted White. Love part 4.
Yeah. My favorite.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Ted White. This is going to be another one. I'm going to have a high score on a lot of these. It's going to be tough. It's going to be some game time decisions when I have to put them in order.
Favorite movie, favorite Jason.
Yeah. Ted White, number 11 for he's an 11. The GOAT. James loves the part 3 look. He looks more like he did in part 1 as a boy. You know what? Yeah, that's true. I can see that. Yeah, but Ted White, this was good. Obviously, this is one of the ones that is more popular with most of the fans in the franchise. And a lot of people put it their number 1. It's your number 1, right, Brett?
Yep.
Look at this. He's playing it now. Where's the corkscrew, Ted?
That's part 3. I'm still stuck in part 3. That music is so good.
Nice.
Yeah. Part 4 is
Richard Brooker.
Yeah.
I have 10.
Yeah, Ted White lived to his mid-90s?
I was trying to find a good shot. There was no, unless when I was going to do a screen grab, but I was actually doing this in the garage while I was drying off from all the rain.
I just noticed some of the red paint off the mask is gone there in that shot. I didn't even caught that before.
Oh, yeah. All right, let's see where we're going from there. Like I said,
You do have them. Okay.
Yeah, Dick Wieland, however you want to say it. But I also did not include, like I said, Tom Morgan, because I know Tom Morgan was in a couple of scenes. So we could just mix it all together. I don't want to go too crazy.
Love the blue on the mask, though. I think the blue is cool.
This is one of my favorites. I like the blue. I like how they did that. I think it was done on purpose, probably. Correct me if I'm wrong, to sort of signify that it really wasn't Jason.
They should have done it even different, like in 6, then put some other color. That would have been different. Change it up every time. 8
for Roy. Yeah, I like this one. We're big for those two just tuning in. If you know us, we're big fans of part 5. So, and I like, and he even here. Look, he's sort of got the big traps too. Look at his suit.
This one, yes, we've talked about it. This movie's really gained some resurgence for me since we've been doing the podcast.
Yeah, like I was saying, I didn't want to, because I know what specific scenes Tom Morgan did, but I didn't want to go too crazy because most people, when you talk about the Jasons, they say he was in a couple of scenes.
Hey, Gene.
But I know it's more so Dick Wieland, so I didn't want to get too crazy. So, so if you want to combine the two, so actually I didn't put my number down. Too busy chatting away. Part 5.
Hey, Ted.
All right. Hey, Gene, what's
honey,
going on?
got a sister?
Got a sister?
Ruff, ruff. Yeah, Gene, happy Sunday.
Yes, he did, James. All right, so let's move on. Hold on. I was losing my voice. Move on to part 6.
Oh, yeah. CJ Graham, guy, too.
Everybody's a big fan of part 6.
He looks like a bounty hunter, right?
So this one, yeah. I mean, a lot of these are getting high scores for me. I mean, as it's going forward, it might be a little less, but these are all pretty good.
I just thought it was cool because he had his shirt tucked in. Remember that? He
Yes,
looked
he
like he had
did.
new clothes. Like it was like completely new clothes. I was like, what?
Ted White was 58 when he played Jason. Wow. Look better than me, and I'm 53.
Ted. Oh,
This Gene says a 10. Nice.
How do you not like Friday 13th Part 6? It's so good.
10 out of 10 for Matt. Yeah, part 6 is, I've said before, man, this is probably the one that sticks out the most in my mind seeing in the theater because I worked at the theater. Like I said, I was working the box office when I worked in the movie theater back in high school. I remember vividly opening night of this and all my friends coming to see it and letting a bunch of my friends in.
I know we did the posters, and I think that this is definitely one of my favorite posters. I remember that. We did this.
Jason was an IPA on his rating scale. Look at that. I like that.
There you go. Okay, cool.
All right, let's see what we got next.
Oh, that's Pat's favorite.
I love when he's getting pissed off at her, man. Laura Park Lincoln, that is just the best when she's just messing with him and you can see how pissed off he's getting. I love that. My favorite part of the film.
We talked about this movie yesterday, my brother's birthday. He loves this one because he always did because he gets the shit kicked out of him in this movie. Because of the powers.
He does. She does. She kicks his ass, man. She hangs him. She's just beating him up, man. Fucking hitting him with lights. It's just
weird with the dad being underwater. That was kind of a
yeah. I mean, I know they wanted that shock moment, but the dad's not supernatural. What the hell is the dad coming out of the water? That was a part that kind of like, yeah.
Yeah, and he didn't look slimy. He looked like he just got in the water.
Yeah, like he was out for a swim. I mean, he wasn't bloated and all this. I don't know. Not one of my favorite ones in the franchise. I mean, he's got
Terry Kaiser being in the film, though.
This is true.
The man.
This is true. Oh, he says New Blood 10. That scene when he comes out of the lake. Nice. Oh shit! Let me put my score down.
Yeah, when you could see like his bones.
10 out of 10.
You could see like the spine in the back, right? That's some wild shit.
Yeah, that is true. You're right. When you see him from behind, you see his spine and everything. Yeah, there was some great prosthetics. Some good shit going on with that one. All right. I'm going to put mine down here. All right. James says, hands down, Jason, best look. You see all the damage that was done to him in the other movies. 10 out of 10. Rest in peace, Laura. Yep.
It's a very good look. Yeah.
Director didn't like the ending because the dad looked more like a rotting corpse. I just didn't see the need to have him come jump out of the water like that. It's just like, he's not part of the franchise. He's dead. He's not supernatural. I don't know. I wouldn't have done it. I would have tried to do something else. That's sort of like even at the end of part 3 when Jason's mom jumps out and they try to recreate the same type of scene from the original. It's like, well, she lost her head. She lost her head. Part 7 is Bill's favorite looking Jason. 10 out of 10, but this goes to 11.
Yeah, that is funny how Jason's mom's head was chopped off, but she's
nice.
Out of the water.
Hey, Matthew, what's shaking? What's up?
Thank you, Matthew. Hope you're doing okay, buddy.
Film has to be part 4. Yeah, that's a lot of people's number 1. Includes my counterpart here. What did I put that? I think that's my number 2. Yeah, because
I think that you were right there with it, Pat. I know that.
Yeah, it's a number 2. I don't know. I just love part 2 the most. That is mine.
A lot of it is Corey Feldman. There's a kid at risk. There's a kid in jeopardy.
Right.
That time, it was like, damn.
Yeah. Ryan says the dad jumping out of the water was just stupid. New Blood Jason gets a 12. Nice. You guys.
Okay.
We go to 10. They want to go to 12. Look at that. Oh, here we are. Jason takes Vancouver.
Slimy Jason, which I don't mind.
I don't mind it.
the look.
This movie is like a guilty pleasure. It's like one of those movies that it's on. I watch it because it's fun. You know, I mean, it's so far fetched and stupid. I mean, nothing looks like Manhattan except for this when he's in Times Square.
The kills just get more ridiculous as these movies went on, right?
Yeah, when he throws the Asian chick on the floor and she just slams the floor, man, I just started laughing. Or come on, and he hits the guy and knocks his head off with one punch. That's just fun stuff. But he looked good. Kane Hodder. He looked good in this. Matt says Manhattan solid 8. Colin saying 6.5. Okay. Cody's giving it an 8. Just like the film.
What is she? Throws like acid on him or whatever at the end, right? And his mask comes up. He's like, ah!
He's like, oh. Yep. Reminds me of the guy tearing his face apart in Poltergeist in the front of the mirror.
Oh my God, yeah.
King says his favorite Jason has to be Uber Jason from Jason X. Well, the movie was a little bad. Was mask? Yeah, it was definitely different to say the most. The least rather. She marks the 7th anniversary of Andy Get Your Gun. That movie's sort of a musical biography of Andy Oakley, who had started out as an outlaw, but stage arts. Yeah, I mean, we don't think we even put anything on our list that's that old.
No, I don't think we did.
Jordan says Jason was a great look. Got to separate the look from the rest of the movie. 8 out of 10. Yeah, all right, cool. What do we got moving forward?
Mm-hmm.
Jason gets blown up. That's what we got.
Oh God, Pitbull, Jason, right?
Yeah, this one. I didn't mind the look of Jason in this, but I didn't like the storyline, what they were doing, and I don't know. This wasn't my it wasn't my movie. This one is pretty much at the bottom of my ranking. Oh shit! I forgot to write down my MTV app. Number 8 for Jason. We'll do that. So this one is going to be, yeah. I mean, you blow him up to pieces, and everybody's ingesting him.
Mm-hmm.
Not a fan. Jason Goes to Hell, number 9. Again, funny enough. Look at Cody's just sticking with all the numbers on the film.
Hey, I was going to ask you. I keep on forgetting to ask you. Whatever was across the street from Madison Square Garden Club or whatever. Did you see who bought that and is opening up a place? Hulk Hogan's opening up a place across the street from Madison Square Garden. I don't know what the hell it was. Yeah. I don't know what was across the street from MSG, if you remember club-wise.
No, last time I was at Madison Square Garden to see a show. Oh my God, it's got to be Kiss. That was ages ago.
It's a 3-level place.
I try not to go to Manhattan unless I'm working and I work and get out. This is just too crowded. It's crazy, especially Madison Square Garden. Yeah, don't worry, King Matthew. You're not missing much. Jason Goes to Hell starred Aaron Gray, who was in the classic TV series Buck Rogers. Yeah, exactly. Aaron Gray was cute. Actually, so was that FBI agent in the beginning. Would have been nice to see her completely nude, but that's a different story. Jason was a dermatologist.
Yes, exactly.
But everybody loves their Kane Hodder. All right, what do we got?
Kane Hodder's the man.
There he is, Jason X.
It's fun.
This is fun. It is. I mean, could you imagine if Carpenter was serious and he said, if he had gotten the rights to the franchise, he was going to send Michael Myers to space. I couldn't see Myers in space, but Jason, when they turned him into Uber Jason, I could sort of see it. It was fun.
Yes.
So what do we got? So Jason X. What do I give that?
Brother Jimmy's Barbecue Place is what it was called before. If you ever heard of that, I don't know.
No, never heard that one.
Okay. Sorry.
Interesting. Yeah, everybody. So give your number from 0 to 10. Jason X. Everybody, while you're here too, hit that like button. Get those likes up.
Yeah, hit the like button. Yeah.
It doesn't hurt. It won't hurt you in your special place. He should have been the face of Uber Eats. Yeah, I'm surprised they never tied that in, right? Could you imagine? That would have been funny. Here's your driver delivering your food.
Time for some brown ale.
Yeah, I got my peanut butter ale. I got 3 left. My peanut butter sweet stout.
Bufflehead
Says,
brown ale.
Right. Yeah, we had fun with this when we did our watch along too. I mean, there's also a lot. Apparently, there's a lot of sex in the future.
I
I
swear
I'll
to
be
God,
dead before this all happens.
it looks like he turned into like the Mighty Ducks logo.
Yeah, it's
You've
true,
ever
right?
seen the Mighty Ducks. Oh God.
It was. Yeah, it's a good analogy. Jason X was sort of like Friday the 13th version of Alien. Yeah. One of the coolest kills with the cryogenic freeze face. It's amazing his hand didn't freeze. I really like the mask before he becomes Uber Jason. Yeah, it was cool too.
I thought the mask before Uber Jason was fine. And like when his eyes are red and shit, it looks pretty cool.
Pardon me. Got my back scratcher. Butt scratcher? Oh, back itchy as hell. I don't know if I got bit when I was out today.
Ted!
Where's the back scratcher, Ted? Yeah, the other version was, yeah, I should have brought that up too. I didn't think of that. Should have had them side by side because it does change. But I do like this look. I think it's kind of cool.
I think you only see Uber
All the way
Jason
back.
for what, like a half hour, I think, at the most.
I think so. Yeah, because a lot of the killing in the is him with the old mask.
Yeah, the
Right.
movie got leaked on the internet, early days of the internet. That was unfortunately a victim of that.
Did you watch it when it was leaked?
The director's no longer with us. I did, yeah. The quality wasn't that great, but I still went to go see it in the theater. I still gave him my money. Jesus.
This is the special Jason. He looked like he really had something going on. In
I
this
don't
film.
know why all of a sudden we needed to put hair on him.
And it was like on
fuck,
one
right?
side hanging out. He had like one eye droopy, then the other like he was drunk or he had something going on. And I don't know. I just didn't like this Jason.
And didn't the Jason X had it before he became Uber Jason too, right? Didn't they have hair on him there too? It's like, what?
Yeah. He doesn't need to have hair, damn it. Yeah. This one, not a fan of this one. I mean, this movie's fun. I mean, we did the watch along. It was fun to revisit it. I haven't watched it since we did the watch along, and I'm not a big fan of the crossover thing, and it was more of a Freddy movie than anything because he kind of just really treated Jason like a bitch.
I had a problem with it should have been Kane Hodder. Ken did fine. Actually, he's not the problem. It's just, how do you not have Kane Hodder after the last few times not playing?
Yeah, I don't know what was the reason behind it. Did they say? I like I said, I don't know too much into the lore.
I remember reading about it when it happened. It's not sticking though. I can't say I recall.
The film's great, and Matt's opinion, Jason looked boring. Yeah, he did. He wasn't. He just
I
like
think the movie's fun. I don't think there's anything wrong with the movie.
The movie itself was a fun watch. It's not one I reach for. It's one of those things I think if it's on, I'll watch it. But I'm just thought it was a little bit more of a Freddy movie. You know what I mean? It was more on him than anything.
I gotta tell you, it didn't fail at the box office.
No, it made money. Well, you waited what, almost 10 years for it? Was it 10 years?
Yeah, the ending of I think that's 2003, right? Yeah.
So everybody was waiting like crazy. Jordan says he looks like a potato that's been left out so long that it begins to spawn new potatoes.
Yeah, the little pieces. That's right.
Nice. Leo's given his part 2, 7.5, part 3, 8.5. TFC 9. Okay. Is a 9. 7 part. I'm not gonna read them all, but let's say part 8, number 9, 6.5. You're a Jason 6.5. Nice. Part 2. So let's see what your highest one was. Well, you gave 2 9s to part 7. And yeah, that's not a bad ranking. They didn't bring Kane back, they claim, because they wanted someone much taller than Robert. The real reason was that, probably, I'm sure it was money, because I'm sure so he was in what, 4 before this? So he probably said, show me the money. Was it 3 or 4?
7, 8, 9X. No, 4. You're right. Yeah.
4, right? Yeah. Cody saw this in the theater. I didn't see this in the theater.
Oh, yeah, I saw it opening. Yeah, I saw it.
One of the big hulking Jason comparable to Frankenstein's. If
Ronnie,
Ash was meant to be included, Freddy vs. Jason as well, it was going to be Freddy vs. Jason versus Ash. I thought I heard something about that. Was that true?
Talked about. Yep.
Yeah, that would have been too much to put all in one film. You break that shit up. Jordan's ass is literally scarier than this Jason. This Jason, yeah, he was just like somebody said, Nick. He just looked bored. Like do I really have to be here for this?
Yeah, I didn't mind. Like, I guess, yeah, he's got a jacket on. I don't think the jacket thing wasn't bad. That's why I didn't mind it when Myers had it in 09, H2. A lot of people didn't like it.
I didn't mind it. You know, saw it twice in theaters. First showing on opening day was the first one I went to and loved it. Yeah, I didn't see it. I forget why I didn't see it. I just think of, it was just must have been busy at the time, because I do remember watching it at home.
It was so damn cool though to see the ending of Jason Goes to Hell though, when that happened. Like, you're like, it's gonna happen, yeah. But we kind of anticipated because New Line had the rights.
Yeah.
You're like, well, there's a reason for that.
Well, thank the Lord that they didn't combine Halloween and Hellraiser, because that really would have sucked complete balls.
I'm just
sweaty, stinky balls.
I'm not a big Hellraiser Pinhead fan. Never have been.
I'm not a Hellraiser guy, man. I've only seen, I think, the first 3. That's it. I didn't even see the last one with the female Pinhead, because it doesn't interest me. Like, maybe I'd watch that one if it was on. I'd watch it if it was on, but I don't know. Hellraiser was a franchise that just never grabbed me by the poo-poo.
I watched the second one maybe a couple times. The first one a couple of times. I think I saw Bloodline before, right? Yeah, I don't know.
It's like Saw.
No offense to anybody who likes Hellraiser fans.
Oh no, I don't knock it. No, people are big fans of it. More power to you. I'm not going to say it sucks. It's just not for me. Just doesn't interest me.
Just like there's Halloween fans, there are people that aren't fans of Halloween.
Yeah, and I totally get it. You guys are fucked up, but I get it. I totally get it. Both the Ash and Freddy crossovers were set up in Jason Goes to Hell. There's an entire comic book series called Freddy vs. Jason vs. Ash. Is there? Did not know that. Did not know that. Who says loves the first 4 Hellraiser films. Music in the first 4 is all amazing. Yeah, I don't know. I saw the first 3. I didn't dislike them by no means. I'm not saying I didn't like them, but it's just one of those things like I said, if it's on, I'll watch it, but just didn't do anything for me. Didn't do it for me. Didn't make it move. All right, and what do we got? Now this Jason I like. He was mean. He was angry. He was hangry.
Yeah, he was pretty relentless. He was pretty damn cool.
He was great. I'm a big fan of the remake.
Cody and I met Derek Mears in Kentucky last year. Cool dude.
09. He gives it an 8. Look at that. Friday 13th. The remake is a remake of the first 2. Yeah, it sort of has a little bit of both. Yeah, remake. I'm a big fan of this one. This is a lot of fun. I mean, there's a lot of good skin in it, which is always fun. But I think this movie's fun, especially I would have been fine if they just had the burlap sack or the sack through the whole thing. I understand they had to have hockey mask is iconic and everything, but man, this guy was friggin' mean.
Yeah, because he didn't do Sackhead Jason as long as we probably would have liked, but what are you gonna do?
No, it is, but yeah, I understand why they did it. So it had to be done. Had to be done.
This scene where he's looking out at the girl in the water, I think that's where this shot is. Imagine if he had the sack head for this scene. That would have been pretty cool too.
Yeah, it's good that he gets her good too. That's a good kill. Big Rick James, what's up? I like how this Jason got his mask. Yeah, it was cool how he was in that the shed. And the one was it that one Asian guy went in there. Was he fucked something up? He broke something or made a mess of something.
Yeah.
And then he went out there looking for shit. And yes, the females in this were delightful.
They're out of this world.
Yep. Perfect nipple placement. And you cannot not argue that there was perfect nipple placement. All right, so let me write down my for Jason. So then the 2009 remake. I gotta write down mine. All right, so that's all of them. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's all of them. That is all the Jasons that you're going to find, because I told these jackasses get their shit together and get on the same page. We're not going to see another Friday the 13th. Although I'm looking forward to the TV show coming out. The TV show should be pretty interesting.
I asked Sean Cunningham about it. He's like, "Yeah, I'm not a part of it, but I'll have my name on it." I was like, really?
It was double.
Okay.
Oh, she was. Some beautiful women in this. You can say what you want about the film if you don't like it, but man, it should have made all the men very happy. Should have made it move. Should have made it move. So everybody, yeah. So put together your list, everybody. Now what you can do is go down the list and then rank them from your highest to your lowest, and then that's your ranking. Let us know how you make out. So I'm going to do mine real quick. I have a lot of overlap, so I have to kind of pick what's what, and I'm sure everybody's gonna know which ones I'm gonna pick as my number one because I'm pretty some like that. So I gotta cross them out as I'm doing it so I can see. So this one I used is carried a 2. Is there a 9er in there? Was there a 9er in there? Sorry, folks. I'm no good at math.
Yeah, I got tired. Damn, up early. Well, you and I were talking pretty damn early for you and I.
Yeah, I was up early. Yeah, because I fell asleep early last night. I sat in the chair and I don't know. I was out, did some stuff, and woke up. Same thing. Woke up, sleep. My wife's, why you keep sleeping in the chair out here? I go, because I fall asleep, and then when I don't want to get up, I'm comfortable.
I fall asleep on the couch a lot. Shit happens.
Thanks. F7, F8, 6, 7, 8. What else? F5.
Carry the 3.
Carry the 2. Do the hokey pokey. 09. That's good.
Who's messaging me?
Okay, just next. So somebody's sending something. And then
Jordan.
and okay, got them. I got my ranking.
We've
All right. You guys feel free to throw now that you did all your arithmetic. Throw them in the chat. Let us know how you made out. I know Lilo threw his in there, so I'll throw mine out there. So I got Friday 13 Part 2. No mystery there because I'm a big Part 2. That's my favorite one. So I'm going to count both of them. Then Part 4, Part 3, Part 6, Part 7, Part 8, Friday 5, the 09 remake, Uber Jason, Part 9, and then Freddy versus Jason. That's my ranking, and that's what I'm sticking to.
That was your best to worst, right?
My best to worst.
Okay. Best to worst here. Part 4, final chapter. Part 2. Gotta love the Part 2. Part 6. Remake 2009. I really enjoy that just because they kind of give tribute to both. I'm a fan of Jason X. I love Uber Jason. That's next. Part 3, Part 7, Part 8, Part 5. Freddy versus Jason. Jason Goes to Hell. And then Part 1.
And Part 1. Oh shit! I didn't even put Part 1. Yeah, Part 1 is my last. Obviously, I didn't have that on there. Holy shit! Part 1.
I'm sorry. I actually did all 12 movies. I guess we showed them all, I think.
Part 1. Yeah. What are you talking from a walkie-talkie? Oh, thanks, Leanna. Yeah, everybody hit that, smash that like button. Help us out. It helps people find this channel and touch each other's fun parts. Cody says 4, 6, and 7. 3 Goes to Hell. Uber 09. Roy, Kid Jason, and Manhattan. Freddy vs. Jason, Sackhead, and Unmasked. 2 Unmasked. Look at you. Nice. Come on, everybody. Come on. Did you do your homework? Everybody's still adding up. Carried the 2.
Carried the 2.
It's chilly in here now. It's getting a little hot. It's getting hot.
It's
Oh, did you send something?
To me?
I said this messenger too much to retype. Oh no,
I did.
Bill sent his in the chat. That's why. So I can bring it up real quick. Hold on. Present. Share screen. Hold on 1 second. Window. So there is Bill's the Everscape. So you got Part 7, Part 4, Part 6, Remake, Part 2, Part 8, Part 3, Part 10. Freddy vs. Jason. Ari Lehman is Part 10. Dick Wheeler. Wow, Dick Wheeler's really low. I like Part 5. And Part 9 is Kane Hodder. Look at you. Good stuff. Good shit. And those just tuning in, feel free to throw them in there if you want. Just to be just to show you we're fun people. You can go through the whole one. We'll show them again real quick. Well, everybody does it. We all do it. All right, so do it again. So there's your Part 1. Ari Lehman in there for all of a second or two. So rank from 0 to 10. Warrington Gillette from Part 2. Our unmasked Jason. Steve Dash from Part 2. The Sackhead, probably one of my favorites. Richard Brooker, another one of my favorites right there, but those amazing traps and his nonchalant, I don't give a flying fuck. I just want to kill your ass. And why are you making me do this? Why are you making me walk towards you? Just love that shit. Ted White, one of the best. Rest in peace. Dick Wheeland, one of our favorite masks. I love the blue on there.
Yes.
CJ Graham, we love Part 6. Part 6 is one of our favorites, and he was goodness. This is the scene where he's like, remember? Oh, no,
Because he was filming the Goonies, right? Or whatever.
Actually, that was Part 5. But the intro is the same thing. This is the intro with, what do you call it?
Oh, that's right. This is Part 6.
This is Part 6. Is the intro.
Tommy, let's get out of here.
Yeah, Tommy with Horseshack from Welcome Back, Kotter. Ron Palillo. And there he is. The angry Jason. One of my favorites.
That mask splits in half.
This is my wife in the middle of the night when I'm snoring. And she wants to just kill me. She wants to put the pillow over my face and just put me out of my misery. And there he is. Jason takes a boat ride. Slimy Jason. No. I don't mind Slimy Jason.
Yeah, it's pretty Jason. Clean cut.
Yeah. And there he is. Let's blow up Jason and send his ass to hell. In pieces and parts. Let's go eat the heart. Eat your heart out, folks.
He's wearing like a huge ass bodysuit in that one, isn't he?
Yeah, he's like all inflated. His head looks like stuffed meat or like in something. I don't know, like sausage. Weird. Uber Jason looking all sleek and fit. Have a nice
Mighty
day.
Ducks Jason.
The Mighty Ducks Jason. I like that. This is just the completely confused and lazy Jason. Like, what am I doing here? I had too many drinks last night. This is the ever on Saturday morning.
One eye's looking at Pat, one eye's looking at Brett.
This is the Everscathed Jason on yesterday morning. Like,
yeah,
where am I?
Eyes and shit.
What happened?
Crooked eyes.
And the mean Jason. I love this Jason too.
Look at the fucking neck on that.
Dude, he's got that big, thick vein, like that Johnny Holmes vein.
Last time I saw a mouth like that, it had a hook in it.
Oh. So that's it. That is that's all of them.
It's pretty impressive.
This is final chapter and part 8. Part 2, part 3. Jason goes to Jason GTH.
We botched
Jason
the
goes to hell.
thing. We apologize. We
make 4, part 2, part 5, new beginning 6, Freddy versus Jason. Yeah. You put the first one in now, though. Where'd you put Ari Lehman? Put him at the end. No offense to him.
Where'd you put R.A. Lamo?
Ari Lamo. What's his band called? First Jason, I think.
Who gives a shit? No, just kidding.
How did Uber Jason end up in a turtleneck? Does Darren Sands know he's been raiding his wardrobe? I have to tell him that next time. Oh, look at this. Cody gave to the membership. Thanks, buddy.
Cool.
Let's see who joined us. Oh, and look who got it. My neighbor, Miserable Mike. Shout out to Mike Russo.
That cheap bastard. He doesn't pay for the subscription.
Yeah, I'm going to go kick money out. Seriously? Like, what the fuck? Yeah, exactly. Of all people.
This podcast sucks.
This podcast sucks, guys. Miserable Mike. Maybe I'll wake him up. Maybe he'll join in the chat because I'll probably get an alert. So that's our ranking of all the different Jasons in the franchise. So it's easier to do it this way, because I like how we do it all together. We all do it. instead of just saying, okay, just give me your list, because it's nice to sit there, because you might not know your ranking till the end, but you're like, oh shit, I didn't realize I liked this one better than the other one. So I
Of
thought it was kind of
course.
cool to do it that way.
Of
And if you don't
course.
like it,
There's
sorry,
tidbits.
tough shit.
Yeah,
And what else
damn
we have
right.
this fine evening? So tonight we're also going to do a movie review of House of Wax. We're watching it on Thursday,
Mhm.
and I'm going to do a general review of it, because I did want to rewatch it, because I haven't watched it in a bit before I give my ranking. But I can do a quick review of it and see where it goes. And then, sticking with the Friday the 13th theme, our top 5 camping movies, our top 5 horror camping movies.
Camping.
And there's a lot of them, and it wasn't easy to whittle down to 5.
Yeah.
John, what's up? Great show. When is your... I was thinking about doing one later in the week. I'm thinking maybe I'm thinking maybe Friday night, because there's a lot of shit's going on. Peter Criss is going to have a new album coming out with John 5.
Oh, really?
Interesting. Yeah, Peter Criss just did an album with John 5 on guitar, Billy Sheehan on bass. So I'm interested in so we could talk a bit about that. I'll have a lot to say, John, because I'm going to see Gene Simmons on Tuesday night. Going to see the Gene Simmons band, so I'll have a review of Gene Simmons band on Tuesday. And yeah, there's a lot of shit going on. I could talk fucking Kiss all fucking day long. Does anyone find the Part 8 Unmasked Jason unique? For me, it's odd yet a bit scary and disgusting. Hey, what's up, Crack? No, it is. It's definitely unique. When his face starts to melt and he's like, I do it. It's definitely unique. And then he turns into a kid, right? He turns into like a kid again.
Yeah, it was so random. But hey, it's the Friday the 13th films.
Yeah. I don't dislike Part 8. Part 8, like I said, it's like a guilty pleasure. That Part 5 and 8 are fun. They fall to the Halloween 5 category of guilty pleasures, where they're just fun. Are they good movies? No, but they're fun. Doesn't have to be a good movie. Oh, look at this, Brad Patrick, my counterpart, gifted a membership, and who got it?
Who got it?
Shane Mullen. Wow, welcome to the club.
Shane,
welcome to the Whack Pack,
or whatever it is.
Cool, yeah. So I'm thinking Friday night, because my wife is going to be gone from, I think, Wednesday night to Saturday morning. She's actually going up on my daughter, help my daughter come home, because she's finishing school. So she's going to be coming home to help her get all her shit out. So she's going up there and hanging out with the girls. Thursday night, Tuesday's watch long is Thursday night, because Tuesday I'll be seeing Gene Simmons. So the watch long is on Thursday night, and then maybe Friday night I'll do a Kiss one.
Okay.
I hope that was this. Hey, Wayne, what's up, man? Friday Semi gets a lot of hate, but it's one of his favorites and has an awesome intro. Yeah. There's not one movie in this franchise that I hate. Like I say, I preach to a lot of people when they say, I'm not a big fan of the word hate. Hate is a strong word. The only thing there's very few films I put in the hate category, like Skinamarink. That's a category unto itself. That movie just absolutely hate. I hate that fucking movie. It was just a pile of shit. But I don't hate any of the films in here. There's more I like others better than others, but Part 7 was fun.
Yeah, I can't hate anything. Like, I guess I don't hate Halloween Resurrection. I just dislike it.
I just dislike it. I don't hate it. There's always something redeeming about it in that. Particularly,
I don't even know if I dislike any of the films in this series. And maybe Jason Goes to Hell.
Jason Goes to Hell is probably the one I like the least. Is Jason Goes to Hell. That's probably the one I would skip over. But they would do it. They had a marathon going. I kept watching all the Friday the 13th. That's why this was top of mind on Pluto. They kept having a bunch of marathons all week long. Take care, John. You too, man.
Take care, John.
Catch you, and I'll have a good review of the Gene Simmons band. Looking forward to that. Me and my brother
go
see Gene Simmons on Tuesday night. And you people in the Montclair, New Jersey area, we'll be at the Wellmont Theater. Me and my brother.
Nice.
Cody says going through Tinley Park, saw Manson and Zombie here. Oh, that's not far from. You're right by Bill.
Yep. You're right by Sound Growler.
Yeah, right by Sound Growler. Like says, have all of you guys thought about the Unmasked and Unused Part 9, Jason Voorhees? I really wonder what it did.
Bill, get in your car. Go find Cody.
Yeah, so go track his ass down. The Unmasked and Unused Part 9, Jason Voorhees. I don't even know. Have you seen that?
No.
I've not seen that crack. I have to check that out. I have to go check that out. Wasn't aware of that.
And I bet you it could be. You think it's better or it could be worse? Oh man, I don't know, because he looks pretty bad in the one that they picked.
Yeah, exactly. I have to go check that out. Is that something you can find on YouTube? I never saw that. I'll have to check that out. Like I said, we know our Friday the 13th, but obviously not like we know our Halloween. But that's pretty cool. I never knew that. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, he's a. I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry.
You lost me. You lost me.
I'm not doing well.
Although they unmasked Jason in part 8, it ranked that look lower because it was such a step down from the incredible detail of part 7. If you look at it that way, that's really true, because part 7, I mean, come on, that's probably my favorite unmasked looking Jason. I mean, as much as I love my part 2, when you see Warrington Gillette come through that window, I do like that. But man, I do love Jason in part 7. That's just some fun shit.
Yeah, and
He has his mask off.
Part 3 and 4, Jason's good.
Yeah, we could. All right, everybody, throw your ranking in the chat. Rank your unmasked Jason? What from, so you figure, okay, so part 1 we see him. Obviously, he's got no mask in part 1. So let's see. Part 1 unmasked. Part 2 unmasked. Part 3 unmasked.
Part 4 unmasked.
Part 4 he's unmasked, which is cool too. Part 5. I mean, he's
at the end.
He's fake Jason's, but I'm not going to recount that because he's not technically Jason, so screw that. So we'll skip over 5.
6 is not. How about that?
6 we don't see, right? I don't recall.
Oh, wait a minute.
Do we see 6?
In the grave, you kind of do. In
the grave, right? You do in the very beginning. You're correct. So part 6. Part 7.
When he gets out of the grave, his face is all dark. That's right. You can't.
Yeah,
really
he's got
all
the worms and the bugs going through his face and shit. Part 8.
Wow, you see his face and everything. Well, not Jason Goes to Hell, because it's like,
yeah, because it's stuck on his face. Yeah, it's soldered on. I don't remember seeing his face in that. Do we see his face in Freddy versus Jason?
Well, remember they kind of unmask him to get the water out of his mouth. Remember, or get the water because he was drowning.
That's true. I don't remember that part because I'm sure if I'll be like, oh yeah, duh. Uber Jason. We do see him in. We see him in part X rather. And do we see him in a mask in the remake? I mean, he's got the sack on and then he's got the mask on. I don't think we do.
I don't think.
Help us out in the chat. Is he unmasked in the remake? I'm trying to remember.
I don't remember either. See, Bill said it.
He's unmasked in every movie except part 9. That was one of my trivia questions. So he was unmasked in the remake? What part was he unmasked in the remake? I'm trying to remember. Betsy Palmer unmasked was scarier than any of the Jason maskings. Yeah, she had big teeth. Now I remember. Big fake teeth. You can see them clear as a bell. Breezy, what's up? New Blood is the best design of Jason by far. Then there's Jason X. Those two stand out. So if we're going to rank the unmasked Jasons. So I'm going to put them in order right now. I could do a part 7 is definitely number 1. Part 2 is 2. Part 3 is 3. Part 4 is 4. Then we'll do 3, 4, so 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So I would have, my unmasked Jason ranking would be part 7, part 2, part 3, part 4, part 6, part 8, Jason X, Freddy versus Jason, and then of course our buddy, the first Jason in the original. That would be my.
Yeah, because there's nothing in the remake, right?
No. Nope.
Yeah, you did do Freddy versus Jason, right? Or Jason Goes to Hell.
Cox says, thinking about unmasked Jason, the part 6 Jason design was so cool, but something bothered him. In part 6, he didn't have he didn't have any lips since it was all rotten away. But on part 7, his lips appeared. It's weird. Oh yeah, well that's one thing that in my opinion, Friday the 13th and Halloween have in common: continuity. Because he looks different all the time. And whenever he's unmasked, he looks like a completely different person. Same thing with Halloween. All the different movies. How aside from the trilogy, all the masks always look so completely different. It's like no continuity, and even in stature too. Because I mean, I'm not one to talk, but George Wilbur went a few too many Big Macs. He was a much thicker Jason. Jason was hiding out in an old abandoned McDonald's, I think. Yeah, exactly. I'm right there with you, JG. Part 7 Unmasked is definitely the best. That's the coolest one.
He does unmask. You don't see it when the gangbangers with the boombox in part 8. Remember that? It's like that's cool.
He lifts it up. They're like, no problem. Jason was unmasked in the remake. Looked like he was I'm trying to remember where he was unmasked in the remake. Leo says unmasked Jason from Jason Goes to Hell is horrifying. Skin around the mask started to grow over the edge of the mask. Great concept. It's so horrifying to look at. At the end of the remake, the jump scare. Oh, he was unmasked at the jump scare at the end? I don't remember that. I have to go back and watch that. Jason wasn't unmasked in part 9. Wasn't unmasked as Jason X as well. Only regular in that movie. Wasn't unmasked in Freddy vs. Jason. Only showed half his face. See? That's why I refer to you guys. Because I don't remember all of that.
Yeah, no kidding.
But that's part 7 to me, hands down. I don't think anything's going to top that. The first few had some really good unmasked Jasons, but yeah, continuity out the door, just like in the Halloween films.
Oh, with the masks at least, right?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, Ronald McDonald mask became the Nick Cage mask.
Yeah, and then in page 2, you had like 5 different masks. Jesus, including a CGI mask. But we're talking Friday the 13th, so yeah, that's our ranking of the Myers, of the Jasons in each film. If you're watching this after the fact, throw down the comments. Let us know your ranking.
Yeah, good stuff.
Breezy says no. Remake Jason was only shown to be unmasked when he killed that guy for the hockey mask. Nowhere else in that movie. Yeah, because I really don't remember. Because I would have remembered what his face looks like. Speaking of the remake, I love how it looks. Probably some people didn't like it, but for me, it's something about that's nostalgic and terrifying. We're big fans of the remake. I thought it was a lot of fun. I would like to have seen them if they picked up from the remake, I'd be totally cool with it.
They probably should have for at least another movie, right? Because it did pretty well too.
Nice. It did well. Yeah. I mean, it was definitely better than some of the remakes. I mean, we already ranked our remakes, and it was definitely better than the Nightmare on Elm Street one, and
Elm Street.
I mean, leaps and bounds over The Fog, which is an abortion, as well as Psycho. I mean, there's so many remakes. We went down that whole remake rabbit hole.
You could probably, there's probably good argument that it might be a better remake than Rob Zombie's Halloween remake. I probably wouldn't go that route, but other people probably would.
I would say I could be on a level playing field with both of them, to be honest with you, because I really like Friday the 13th, the remake.
Yeah,
so I can see that.
Yeah.
Oracle 684, what's up? I'll be watching that Friday the 13th remake on Tubi. I'm going to give it another try because I still just can't get into it for some reason. Give it another try, and like I said, it's not for everybody. If somebody doesn't like it, I get it. But when I first saw it, it didn't grow on me. After a few other watches, it really did grow on me.
Yeah, it's one of those ones that you got to repeat view it to really catch it all.
Remake Elm Street was something else. Yeah, it definitely was something else. Yeah.
No offense, I love what's his name who played him. He's
Jackie Earle Haley. Yeah, I just watched him.
Great actor.
I just watched what do you call it the other day? It was a marathon of all the Bad News Bears movies.
Bears.
Yeah, and he was great in that. Go watch him in Losing It. Was it Losing It? Losing It with Tom Cruise. He's in that where they go down to Tijuana to go over the border. Go check that out. It's a sleeper of a film, but it's pretty funny. He was funny as hell in it.
I got a kick out of him. If you remember the Will Ferrell basketball movie Semi-Pro, he's the guy, the stoner that like hits the basket for $10,000.
He always looked like a stoner too. It was perfect. He always had that look like a stoner.
He hits that shot, and Will Ferrell's yelling at the ref, "Who the hell's got $10,000 to give this guy?" He's like, "Go take that check, that big check, the big full-size check. Take it to the bank. They'll cash it for you."
He says Jason goes to health design. Low key scared him as a kid. The way he looked and saw pictures of what he would have looked like unmasked. Would have given New Blood some work. New Blood still reigns supreme.
Well, yeah, some of the deaths that Jason goes to hell that he does are so damn good, though.
Yeah, there was some. It was actually that was probably one of the most brutal ones too. They were pretty graphic in that film. I will say that.
I really wish. Did you and I ever talk?
A lot of blood.
The bounty hunter in it, the actor Stephen Williams. Don't you wish he would have said his line like he said in the Blues Brothers as the one deputy? "I'm gonna get that sucker if it's the last thing I ever do."
I like when John Candy's talking to him. I like the Wrigley Field thing. He's like, "Yeah, real funny."
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, there's your brother. Happy birthday.
Yes. Happy birthday. Yes, indeed. Jackie is hauntingly good in Little Children. Did you ever see that movie? Him and I saw it in the theater. You ever see that movie, Leonardo DiCaprio?
No.
Oh, and Kate Winslet? Yeah, he was up for an Oscar for that film.
Oh, that's right. I remember him being nominated, but I didn't see the film. I got to check it. Little Children. I have to check it out. Yeah, because I do like him. And I was really and I did see the Elm Street remake in the theater because I was invested because I always liked him, especially like I said, I grew up with the Bad News Bears. And I don't think he was the problem in that film at all. I think it was just the film itself. I don't think it was him. Yeah, so happy birthday, man.
Yes. We won't say ages.
Hey.
I already said the age, I think, didn't I? I think I already actually.
I know, but I won't repeat it. I guess you told me.
Yeah.
Lucy's favorite is New Blood. Rest in peace, the beautiful Laura Park Lincoln. Yeah, man, that came as a shock to everybody. I mean, so you figure, all right, so I'm trying to think who's gone in the franchise that's that iconic. Obviously, Betsy Palmer's long gone. So was the other girl from the first movie, the one that was playing the strip Monopoly. Didn't she die young of cancer?
And didn't the mom die from New Beginning? Or not from Final Chapter?
I think she died too.
Oh, the one gang, the African American woman that's on the rope. She passed away at a young age.
She passed away young. Obviously, we lost what the hell's her name? Carol Locatell last year from Part 5.
For Part 5, yeah.
Obviously Ted White. We lost Ted White. And who else, guys? Let us know in the chat.
Didn't we lose the one teacher, doctor guy from Part 8? The one that like throws the final.
Oh yeah, I think he's gone. Yeah, I think he's gone too.
I just assumed that.
Gorney. Is that him?
Yeah, so.
Is that Walt Gorney? I know. Yeah, because that guy from Part 8. I remember him. He was in a real good episode of The Twilight Zone. Peter Mark Richmond. Yep, that's it. Played Mr. McCullough. Yeah, he's dead too. Ted White died a few years ago, about 2 years ago. He was in his 90s.
we know what's his name?
Crazy Ralph. Crazy Ralph.
Yeah, part 3's been gone for a while. The Jason. I think you said that one. But...
Part 3, Jason. Oh, Richard Brooker.
Richard Brooker's been dead, what, 15 years or something?
He's been gone a minute, yeah.
10, 15 years.
If we ever watch the director's cut of the Blues Brothers, they show Elwood without his glasses when he's at his job site and tells his boss he is quitting. I never saw the director's cut of the Blues Brothers. Have you?
No, I've seen alternate. Yeah, I've seen it. I wonder if it's the same one, if they added anything else, if there was another version of it. But I have seen it, yes.
No, I've not watched the director's cut. I mean, I've seen like deleted scenes and stuff like that, but I don't think I've ever seen like a full cut. I should go look it up.
I'm gonna get that sucker.
I'm gonna get that sucker. Brian, we lost Corey Feldman, not physically, just mentally. Yeah, he lost that a long time ago.
He said how many roles did he say he lost in that Billy Corgan podcast episode? It was quite a lot.
Oh God, I have to go watch that. I didn't watch that. Rico says the guy that played Harold in Part 3. Oh, really? The charter member of No Man? He was killed in a car accident?
Oh, really?
Wow. Eric Anderson.
Real
played
funny,
Rob.
Jordan. You know, I would get that, Jordan. A lot of people will probably get that.
That's good. That's a good one. I like that. You guys done it. That's good.
Brother, if you're still in the chat, what do you think of that? He'll get a kick out of that.
That's good. Mark
I think I have
Venturini.
that right here, too.
Oh, he died too? The guy that played Suicide in Return of the Living Dead? I didn't know he died. He was considered to play Tommy. I do remember that. But I didn't know he died. There he is. Love it. By the way, out of topic, but who are your all top 5 most powerful horror villains? Ooh. That's a good one. Let's see. I'm going to do a quick...
Who was at Nightmare Weekend in Chicago? Oracle? I was there on Friday.
Was that Nightmare Weekend Chicago? I met Sean Cunningham and Ari Lehman. They were both awesome. Yeah, Brett was there.
Oracle, are you from Chicago?
Terry Kaiser killed Jack Tripper back in like 81 or 82. He tried to kill him because he was in the mafia. So let's see. I'm still stuck on Breezy's topic. So Jason, let me see.
The fucking Bernie.
Let's see. I'm working on it. I'm trying to see my top 5. I just don't know what order I'd put them in.
May the 4th be with you, Pat. May the 4th be with you.
So if you had to, I'm stuck on this right here from Breezy. Top 5 most powerful horror villains. So I don't know in no particular order. I would definitely have Jason, have Myers, Leatherface, probably Victor Crowley because he's pretty fucking brutal.
I got to tell you, what to say, Horace Pinker. Love Horace Pinker.
Yeah, Horace Pinker was good. Then it probably.
Did you just say Art the Clown? Did I miss that?
Oh,
Art
shit.
the Clown's pretty brutal.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that Art the Clown. There you go. There you go. Yeah, because I'm like Child's Play. He's not really that brutal. I mean, yeah, he kills people. He's not too brutal. And Hellraiser is. He has a lot of minions and stuff. Kind of do his shit. Well, hey, Lurch. What's up?
What's happening?
Wishmaster's pretty powerful. Man. What's up, buddy?
Oh, you're in Kankakee. That's yeah.
Kankakee? What the hell is that?
Kankakee County. Kankakee.
Can come in to kill me. How are you gonna catch me? Can. Gory Tiger, what's up, man? Gory's in the house. Oh, everybody's hanging out. Everybody's coming in late, but that's cool. If you guys want, throw yours in there.
Hey, Gory.
His top, the tall man, ooh, like Mr. Sims, Devil, Death, Snakeo, and Leviathan. Hellraiser. Look at that. It's a good list. I like that.
Not bad. Not bad.
Yeah, Erscade is in Illinois too. Yep, he's out there too. The Christ from the Critters series. Yeah, Critters. Well, we just watched the first Critters, didn't we?
We did not watch Critters. We watched Ghoulies.
Oh, we watched Ghoulies. That's right. Ghoulies, Critters, Gremlins, your head, your ass. I'm getting confused. I'm getting old.
Small Soldiers. No, I don't know.
Who cares? Nice. All right, so let's move on. So tonight we're going to do, let's go right into our top 5. We did a movie review last. So tonight's top 5 is going to be fun because it sort of builds on the Friday the 13th. So tonight our top 5 is top 5 camping horror movies. So let's do a quick top 5 and see where everybody lands on this topic. I thought this would be, it blended in perfectly with this. So let's do a quick intro. All right. So tonight's top 5. Oh, where is it? I lost my thing here. There it is. So tonight's top 5 is top 5 horror camping movies. And I mean, you could pick within Friday the 13th if you want to pick, specific.
Don't fuck in the woods.
But what's that? Let's see. Oh, there's no fucking woods. But anyway, that would be in my top 5 worst horror camping movies. I mean, there's some good skin in it, and there's part 2. Remember, there's a part 2. Still don't fuck in the woods. I think there might be a part 3 too.
Still
I
don't.
forget. So yeah, so we figured this would tie in with the Friday 13th, and summer's right around the corner. Memorial Day is 3 weeks away, so we figured, hey, let's get in there with some camping movies. So, and there's a lot of good horror camping movies. So for me,
We stuck to one Friday 13th though, right? That's what we said.
I tried to just put one in there because because that's just like ranking the Friday 13th. So I just figured I'd just pick my favorite one out of the group and just make it that. So for me, my number 5, Blair Witch Project.
We have a tie. We have a match, I should say. Blair Witch
Score.
Project.
He shoots, he scores.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Blair Witch Project. You can say what you want about that film, but that's what that's centered solely around them being lost in the woods and camping and
freaking out at night.
Freaking out. There's all sorts of shit moving around and lots of snots hanging and everything.
Snot hanging out of their face and coming down.
Yeah. So yeah, Blair Witch, man. Hey, what's up, Michelle? She loves Blair Witch. The original one, man. That was, man. I remember that. It was a big thing at the time, man. A lot of people thought that was
when
real.
it came out.
It really, really was. I remember rewinding it like 10 different times, trying to figure out what the hell was happening at the end. If he was just pissing or what. What's he doing on the wall?
Yeah. Is he letting one go, right?
Yeah. Is he rubbing one out? What is he doing over in that corner? Slash says, Sleepaway Camp, the plot twist feels like an inspiration to the cult movie The Crying Game because they both involve transgender characters. That, to me, that's one of the biggest twists in movies because I rented that. That's a movie I rented at the video store, rather, back in the 80s, in the days of those of my age, when you used to go to a video store and just like look at the covers and be like, all right, this looks cool. Let's go rent it. Knew nothing about it. Sleepaway Camp. It's got the sneaker on the knife, blood. I'm like, okay, cool. We used to love the camp, my friends. I get home and I'm like, oh, this is pretty much fun. And then at the end, I was like, wow, I never saw that coming. No way did I see that coming. But
nope.
Blair Witch is my number 5, and it's your number 5 too. That's awesome. See,
number 5 is
simpatico.
Yep,
with simpatico like that. Does Breast Monsters from Jupiter count as a camp? Cody Decker, man, he's fucked up.
Isn't that's the VHS that's in the VCR, right? That Al gives back the Jefferson and Marcy, right?
I think so. Yeah, that's good.
We're gonna watch Beaches, or it was Beaches, something else, and then or what's already in the VCR, Breast Monsters from Jupiter.
The Ritual's got to be number 4 for Lurch. Okay. Nope, he takes it back. Tucker and Dale versus Evil. See what everybody else is throwing in here. Original Piranha. Yeah, this is the Sleepaway one. Man, this is still probably the best one. All right, so my number 4. My number 4, camping. Let's see if you put this on your list, buddy. Because we know our extreme love for this woman. The First Wrong Turn. The OG.
I was tempted.
They were going camping.
Well, I guess then I'm taking something off and I'm putting it on there. Yeah. I thought they were going somewhere else. It's got to be on there regardless because of who's in it. So I'm with you, Pat. I'm
it's like Dushku's there. He's like, I'm in. It's all about the
turn. You're right. I was trying to figure it out when I was looking it up. I'm like, were they going camping? Well, and they're kind of running around the woods and the mountains.
That's part of when the Breast Monsters duel with the liquid cheese. Slasher Fred says The Burning from 81. That movie made it's a young Jason Alexander in that. Yeah. That's coming up on my list.
You're going to hear The Burning again.
You're going to hear it on my list too. We have to do a watch along with The Burning. We really do. I'm surprised we haven't done it.
We never did that? I did not see The Burning until a couple years ago. I was like, how did I miss this movie?
No, we didn't. Definitely got to watch it. So I speaking of The Burning, number 3 on my list is The Burning. I look down at it. Yeah, number 3 on my list is The Burning. Good film. For those that have not seen it, you don't know what you're missing. Go check it out. It's a real good film.
This is where Sleepaway Camp falls in for me because there's only so many camping movies, and I'm not even the biggest super Sleepaway Camp fan, but This is it's Sleepaway Camp, the first one, no doubt. I almost put in a Violent Nature on my top 5, but I kept it out. I figured I'd keep it out. A lot of people are pissed.
Yeah, like I said, I've given my thoughts on that film. I don't, like I said, hate's a strong word. I don't hate the movie. Just found the movie a little too boring.
You knew Neighbor Mike would hate that movie, though.
Oh God, I watched it with neighbor Mike, and he was just like, "Dude, he's just walking. Do something. What the fuck?"
So yeah, Sleepaway Camp number 3, baby.
Burning had a great score. Yeah, it did actually. Now that I think about it, Matt, that's good. That's good.
It did.
It really did. Yeah. So the Burning. So number 3 for you is Sleepaway Camp. Yeah, the OG. The other 2 are complete dog shit with Springsteen's sister. Can't even sit through them. They're just horrible. Breezy says Jason Lives. That's his. Yeah. Okay. Like I said, pick a Friday and throw it on there. I have a Friday coming up on mine.
Me too.
Gotta have one. All right, so for me, my number 2, speaking of Friday, as Breezy brought it up, for me, still going to go back to Friday the 13th Part 2. It's my favorite in the franchise, and it does give you that campy feel when they're there and they're working together. They're trying to get the camp ready. For those who don't know, I was a Scoutmaster for 10 years. My son's an Eagle Scout, so I do remember doing all that stuff when we used to help out. We used to go camping and get stuff prepped, and so it takes me right back to that. So for me,
yeah, because you went camping a lot, didn't you?
Yeah, we went camping at the original site. We went camping at the OG several times in Novi Bosco, being Terrence, where I brought Brett when he came. I camped there several times with the Scouts.
Yeah, it was so good. You know what I would have thought about?
Ernest Goes to Camp. Rules.
Oh my God.
It does. We should do a marathon of some Ernest movies. Deep
There
Cut,
was actually
Moonstalker.
I should have put because I actually thought it was fun. The Finn Wolford movie that came out. My brother and I went to go see it. Hell of a Summer. It was a fun little cheesy horror movie with some comedic aspects to it. And when that comes out on streaming or Pat, or look it up on your your wonderful website, you should watch Hell of a Summer. I think you'll get a kick out of it.
Hell of a Summer?
Yeah. Check out the trailer later. I didn't put that on my list. I probably should have.
I'll have to check that one out.
So what was your number 2 again? I'm sorry.
My number 2 was Friday Part 2.
Yeah, I'm all over the place tonight. Not good. Anyways.
What were you
my
drinking
number. Yeah, I just had I had the beer when I was grilling, and then I just had that one. So okay. Well, anyways. Number 2 is The Burning for me, easily. What a early Tom Savini makeup artist too. Jason Alexander at a young age, right? Actually, he looks the same.
He looks the same, except it looks like he's wearing a tube because he's got hair.
If I remember right, isn't he screaming at the end when he's burning again?
Mm-hmm. Just like the episode of Seinfeld. Remember when there was a fire and he was knocking over all the kids at the party? Ah!
Oh man, the burning. Oh, sorry.
Oracle says, just wait until Friday 13th, June 2025. I have my vacation that entire week, and I'm not really doing much, but I'm going to probably watch a couple of the films that day. I'm going to be at the original site. I'm going to be going there on Friday the 13th because it's only about 45 minutes from my house. So I'm going to go hit the Blairstown Diner.
Oracle, we're going.
I can't wait.
Bill and I, Everskate and I, we got the place in Crystal Lake, Illinois, screening the Friday 13th Part 2 outside, right by Crystal Lake. Pretty cool. Yeah.
They will be there.
Yes,
indeed. With absolutely killer designs from the game Friday 13th. Yeah, did you ever play the game Friday 13th game?
I played. Yeah, I stopped playing probably right. I was playing when Strickland was playing. I played that towards the end. I had it on the Switch. Still do, I guess. I played the original Nintendo one quite a lot. It was annoying as shit, but fun.
Very cool. Leanna knocked the lady over with a walker. Yeah, exactly. When he's running out, it's like fire. He's taking everybody out. That's good stuff. Good stuff. What's Slash is saying, I don't know if you guys ever watched it, but there was a series on Nickelodeon early 90s that took place at a summer camp called
Oh yes.
Oh yeah, Salute Your Oh yeah.
Salute Your Shorts.
I remember watching it on I didn't watch it because I was a little bit older, but I remember my son watching reruns of it in the early 2000s.
You're talking to somebody that's grew up with the Nickelodeon stuff. Hey Dude, fucking I loved Hey Dude. Adventures of Pete. Adventures of Pete and Pete was a lot of fun. Oh yeah. You can't do that on television, Pat. You can't do that on television. Was probably it was one of the first in which you probably even witnessed.
Yeah,
a
I
few
remember
times.
when they used to do what was the show with the slime where they used to get the people with the slime?
That's it. The
That's
bucket
it.
over there. Yeah.
Yep, I remember that.
Can't forget
I
Double
was a little
Dare.
bit older, but I do remember a lot of that stuff. I used to wait till Nickelodeon at night till they turned it to Nick at Night so I could watch all the old TV shows. That's what I waited for.
Yeah, and that was what Happy Days and what else was that?
Yeah, Happy Days on the time, Laverne and Shirley. And
Andy
at that
Griffith,
time they showed a
probably.
lot of the old stuff too. They showed like Mr. Ed.
The
They
man who
showed
met Andy Griffith.
the man who met Andy Griffith. They used to have shout out to Leanna. They used to have Leave It to Beaver on there. They used to have Car 54. Where are you with our buddy Fred Gwynn and Grandpa Al Munster. Parker Lewis can't lose.
Ruled.
That was a
Bill.
good
It
show.
was on Fox Sunday nights, if I recall.
You guys have the Edge with Alec Baldwin, Anthony Hopkins. Guys ever? What's the Edge with Alec Baldwin, Anthony Hopkins?
You never saw the movie The Edge, where their plane crashes and they're surviving in the woods.
No, I never saw that one. No,
Yeah, good film.
did not see. I have to check it out.
He found out that the Anthony Hopkins' wife had a fling with, I think, Alec Baldwin. I think that was like kind of the twist. Yeah.
No, did not see that one. I have to put that on the list too. All right, well, good to our number one. My number one, since you guys know it hasn't appeared on the list yet, and the same thing gives me real good camping vibes. It's the OG Sleepaway Camp, and what a twist we had. So that's my number one. And I'm still my favorite part of that movie still has got to be the cop when they must have called him back for reshoots and he must have shaved his mustache. So he just put electrical tape on.
Oh my God. Yeah.
And the girl who was like 17 years old and she's supposed to go out with Mel, the guy is like in his 60s or 70s.
Yeah.
Got me a date tonight. Seriously, with that old fart. And remember in the kitchen, the one guy in the kitchen, the African American guy, that's James Earl Jones's father.
Really?
Did you know that? Remember the real creepy
did not
guy
know.
that was hitting on the little girls? Called them baldies. The guy that was the head that worked in there with him, the African American guy. That's James Earl Jones's father.
Oh.
Yep. Bit of trivia.
So yeah, my number one. It's a Friday the 13th film. I picked the one that I felt like had the most camping vibes or things that were going on. It is part 6. Easily.
Yeah, because
Jason
that's probably the
Voorhees.
one. I think that's the only one where they're actually at the camp with kids.
You camp with kids. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Well, they're setting up. They're technically setting up with. Well, the people started showing up in the first Friday 13th when they were camping, right? It was mostly them getting it set up.
Yeah, same thing. Part 1 they were setting up. Part 2 they were setting up. Part 3 wasn't even at the camp.
Part
Part
4
4
was
wasn't
at
at the camp. Part
Part
5
5
wasn't at the camp.
was at a psyche place.
It was at a psych ward. Yeah. Part 6 wasn't
Is
at
the
the
one
camp.
at a camp.
Well, actually, that was a camp. That was at the camp. But that wasn't Crystal Lake. What was the name of that camp?
Camp Blood. No, just
It was
kidding.
called something else. Yeah.
Remember what was it? Sean Clark figured out where they shot the second Fear Street movie was the same camping ground.
That's right.
They recognized some of the places.
James Earl Jones' dad was in Maniac Cop 2. Was he? I remember in Maniac Cop 2.
That's a good film. Those first 2 Maniac Cop movies are really good. Those are fun.
Meatballs from '79. That movie was one of the movies that Ivan Reitman worked on with Bill Murray before it goes. Oh, I love Meatballs. Is one of my favorite. I saw that in the theater. I remember going with my brother, my cousins, and all going to see that movie. Love Meatballs.
I'm sure I could have figured out some non-horror ones, but we were just sticking to the horror camping ones.
Yeah. So what was your number one? Was part
Friday
6.
13th, part 6. Jason Lives.
Yeah. So that is our top 5 horror camping movies. Can you throw them in the chat if you like? Throw them in the chat.
Yeah.
The comments below after the fact. And if you guys want to, try to think. If I had to pick a camping movie, now that you bring it up, Slasher Fred, I would probably have to say Meatballs, because I remember as a kid, I so wanted to go to that camp and hang out with Bill Murray. I so did. And like, he was so much fun, and he took him under his wing, and it was cool as hell. Hang out with Fink, steaming weenies. And who was Fink? Fink is the guy from My Bloody Valentine.
Well, Hell of a Summer. When you watch Hell of a Summer, you'll be like, I want to go to that camp. Probably because of, I gotta find the. I'm gonna send that to you in a messenger so you don't have to go search for it.
This was one that was tough to leave off, Lurch, because you're absolutely right. I thought about that, but it wouldn't fit in my top 5. And The Hills Have Eyes. Technically, it was technically camping too.
Oh, you could rent Hell of a Summer. No, you're gonna find it the other way. They camp and stand by me. That's true, Bill.
Yeah, Lurch likes one to do the 18+ photo op of Felissa Rose where she wears the suit with the prosthetic penis.
Oh, wait! Did anybody bring up the Disney kids comedy Camp Nowhere? Oh, Christopher Lloyd's in that mid '90s film. Anybody see that movie?
No, I never saw that.
Like Camp Nowhere, yeah.
Yeah, by me, yeah. I mean, there's so many you could do that are non-horror. I mean, there's a ton of them, but I don't think any of them would come close for me, personally, than Meatballs, the OG Meatballs. That's just too much fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna look up some other ones here. I want to see if there's other.
Yeah, throw them in there.
Ernest goes to jail, or camp. That's what Bill brought up, right? Camp.
Yeah, we have to do like a. I'm trying to think of. We should look at a month that's pretty slow with the anniversary films, and do like a month of like Ernest movies back to back, just every week do an Ernest movie.
Wet Hot American Summer.
Sounds like a porn.
See, when you were researching this, Matt, did you notice how Cabin in the Woods was in there quite a lot? I was like, really?
I saw Cabin in the Woods was one. I mean, it's got a cool twist in it. That's for damn sure. But I was like, it doesn't really give me big camping vibes. I mean, same thing you could say about the original Evil Dead when they go to that cabin. But it doesn't give you camping vibes.
Yeah, and I can't say Great Outdoors because they're in a cabin too.
Yeah, it doesn't. Camping to me is really not camping. I mean, even what I'm doing now that my wife and I have the travel trailer, we call it glamping. It's technically called glamping because you're glamour camping.
Did you pass somebody's conversation about, well, it's not a horror movie, but it's sure horrific when somebody put Deliverance? It's like, yeah.
That's true, man. That's some horrifying shit. Squeal like a pig. Brother says the Camp and Funny Farm with the bugs and the wild animals.
Oh, yes.
That's right.
They did camp out. You still got that map?
The Bald Bear of Clare County. What movie is that campfire story from? The Bald Bear of Clare County? What is that campfire story from? It's got to be. Is that Married with Children?
Bald Bear? That's in the Great Outdoors.
Or is it Great Outdoors?
In the Great Outdoors.
I don't remember that. I haven't watched the Great Outdoors in so long.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you because I went on that island on my honeymoon. Castaway. He's camping. He's camping on the island, baby.
He's camping. Well, he's got to. He's stuck there. He ain't going nowhere.
He's got nowhere else to go.
I got nowhere else to go.
Yeah, Heavyweights, Lurch. Good one.
Wolf Creek. That's true, yeah. Wolf Creek, yeah.
Wolf Creek. That's a brutal film.
That's a brutal film, man. That is brutal. Shocking film.
I remember the one lousy Star Trek film they're camping, the one that Shatner directed, where they're all camping like McCoy and Spock. It's like that.
I'm a camper. God damn it, Jim. And the Deliverance where the hand rises from the water is what inspired Carrie in Friday the 13th. Really? Interesting. Deliverance. We should do a watch along of Deliverance. That would be fun.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, God.
Come on. Now, how much fun would that be? Especially the Ned Beatty scene. Forget it. I might have to have Jordan on for that one.
I will watch it. I haven't seen it in a long time. I will watch it.
I watched it probably, I think, about a year ago. It popped up on one of the things. I don't know if it was Pluto or something. And I watched it.
Like, I think I'll have a rough time watching Last House on the Left, or even what's the other one? I Spit on Your Grave. It's rough.
That's rough. Yeah. Or technically, if you want to see they're stranded on an island, you can even say, what do you call it? Lord of the Flies. You ever seen Lord of the Flies?
What a Bill, Lord of the Rings. We're not walking, they're camping. Jeez.
Nice. So what do we have left? So tonight we have our movie review. Actually, what I'll do is when we do it, I'll brush up because I used to know how to play dueling banjos. I used to play it on my banjo.
Oh God! And I just want Bill to start singing Tina Turner again.
It's been a minute since I played it. You might have to give me some time to practice because it's been a minute since I played it. But I used to play dueling banjos. I used to play the dueling banjos. I used to play the Beverly Hillbillies theme. Yeah, fun stuff. I spit on your ass. I still love that. So waiting for that movie to come out. That might be. What the hell was that? Who's blowing up our thing? Who's sending us stuff? Is it Bill?
Here we go. Hold on.
What the hell is that?
That's Bill singing Tina Turner. His voice was gone.
Guys are fucked up.
That's it, Bill. It's got to go in the group chat, right?
Yeah, our group chat is pretty raunchy. It was funny. My wife was yesterday. Well, I was sitting. My wife wanted to watch the Kentucky Derby, so I downloaded FanDuel on my phone just to watch Kentucky Derby. Neither of us are gamblers, so she can watch it. So as she's trying to watch it, and you guys are blowing up the chat about something every 2 seconds, it keeps popping on.
Well, it wasn't WrestleMania.
I don't watch the
WrestleMania.
Derby.
Was that WrestleMania?
I forget whatever you guys were going on about, and it was blowing up the chat. She's like trying to watch the Derby. She's like, Jesus Christ! Tell me.
Yesterday. You're talking yesterday.
It was yesterday, yeah, because she was trying to watch because she was watching on my phone.
What's weird because I was watching the Derby at my brother's birthday, so it couldn't have been me. I don't think.
Texas vibrator massacre. I forget what was going on, but it kept coming up like the chat. She's like, Jesus Christ, does this shit go on all day? I'm like, pretty much.
Yeah, Kathy's like, I can see Kathy getting a little irked, right? It would probably be the best word.
She wouldn't care, but she was like, I'm trying to watch the fucking Derby, and it was right during the race, and she was trying to watch it. So she wouldn't care.
I'm glad she watches that. I didn't know how she would care about that stuff. I always meant to ask you because,
she's not big on horse racing because it tends to be, and they tend to be not too nice to the horses. But she'll watch it from time to time. She'll watch it just to see the horses, and the Kentucky Derby is a big one, so she wanted to watch it. She was pulling for Mr. Sandman. Did you see that? How what's his name came out from Metallica?
Sandman, yeah,
came out. Yeah, so interesting. So what we have left for this fine evening is we do have some new stuff for Brett's collection, but we're also going to do a movie review. It gets fucked up. So we'll do a quick movie review because we'll be watching House of Wax on Thursday. One of these days I'll update that because Joe's still on there, which is fine. I have no problem leaving Joe on there. So this Thursday, our typical, like I said, for those just tuning in who usually watch our podcast, our usual watch long is every Tuesday at the 8 p.m. Eastern time slot. Not going to happen because I'm going to see Gene Simmons on Tuesday night. So Thursday night, we're going to be watching House of Wax, which turns 20 years this year, 20 years old. And I've meant to rewatch this. I have a little bit more to talk about. But we try to just give a general consensus of what we think about the film, because 99% of the time the film that we're watching we've all pretty much seen. We don't really have one that we have not seen before. And I always thought this was a lot of fun. I know everybody says it's sort of like a remake of Tourist Trap, and I sort of see where they go with that. But I like this film. I thought it was a lot of fun. There's a lot of cool kills. I mean, the notion of being covered in wax alive is frightening as all fuck. So there were some cool kills in here, some cool scary moments. The wax. The hell's the guy with the wax mask on?
Yeah, he looked pretty.
He looks fucking scary as hell, man. That's freaky as all shit. You have Paris Hilton in here, who looked hot as hell. That's hot. And Jared Padalecki. Speaking of him from the remake tonight. I like this film, and I think I'd give this film. I'm looking forward to rewatching it, so I probably have a little bit more to talk about once I rewatch it. I had no time today to do it because wife wouldn't let me do it. I would give this I'll give this a 7 out of 10.
Oh, that's decent.
Yeah, I do like this film. I haven't seen it in a while. I think I watched it. God, was it about a year or two ago? I remember it popped up on Pluto or one of the things that I watched it. And I had a lot of fun with it. I think it's fun. It's not a half bad remake. I mean, I know it lends itself a little bit more to the tourist trap trope, but I like it. Looking forward to rewatching it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching it again too. I saw it in the theater. I haven't seen it since then. I just I think it just set me off when I ever see something like an Achilles getting cut, just like the kid in Pet Cemetery.
Pet
Same thing.
Cemetery.
I
Oh,
just,
God.
that thing just makes me cringe.
That just makes me cringe. Makes me I can't to this. I can watch so much violent shit in films, but that part in Pet Cemetery when he cuts Fred Gwynn's Achilles, I have to look away because that just kills me.
It's just brutal. Yeah, I Alicia Cuthbert, she was really starting to become a name when this came out. She, well, Old School, 24. There was a handful of things, but beautiful woman. She's very good in a lot of different things. But Paris Hilton, remember, Paris Hilton was all over the place when this.
Well, she
She
was
was all
big at
over
the
in the
time.
news, and
Yeah, they just because she had the sex tape that came out. They threw her in there basically for notoriety. That's all.
yeah,
Just to
and
get asses in the seat.
they knew they were going to get people in the seats with her to be part of
Exactly.
it.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
this coincided, if I remember correctly, it coincided with the time with the fucking sex tapes that came out. So it was just all
Yep.
over the place.
I just remember some of the kills being gruesome. It's not it. If you look up the cast, there's like 15, 16 people. There's not that many people in the film because of where it
No,
takes place and everything. Very
no.
small cast.
I think
And
most of the budget was probably in the effects.
I don't want to butcher the director's name, but Jamais Colette Sarah. I don't know, but he also did the first Orphan film. So I'm like, okay, that's a hit. So
Yeah.
Chad Michael Murray. I haven't seen him in too much recently. He's one of the main leads. Maybe he's directing recently. I don't know. But I
Versus
give this movie.
Control.
I'm gonna give it a 5.5. I just remember thinking some
Yeah.
parts were cool, but it wasn't. Yeah.
Well, you know what? See, like I said, when I watch something that I haven't rewatched in a while, it's nice to watch it and say, you know what? Maybe I'll go up, either raise or lower my ranking depending on after
Yeah.
a rewatch.
Watch. Maybe I'll probably give it more once we watch
Yeah,
it.
you might. You might just say, hey, you know what? Maybe this is a 6 or a 6.5. Yeah, I give it about a 7 because I do enjoy it. I have fun with it. Yes. Let's see what's going on in the chat.
Bill's gonna get me on that one.
This was not the only remake of House of the Wax. The original movie was a remake of a movie from 20 years ago prior. Mystery. Yeah, I know. This did the whole House of Wax timeline is a little snippy. I don't know it that well. But I know people were saying it was like more of a remake of Tourist Trap. Oh, Blake, what's up? What did you watch? Original movie was the original House of Wax was it was totally different. What did they want? But that's our review of House of Wax. Do us a favor, folks. Come back on Thursday night.
I'm lost.
Wax. I did look, and I don't see it streaming anywhere for free. So, but there's several places.
Oh,
unless you have a physical copy of it. So I know it's on Prime. I think you can rent it on YouTube. I didn't see any place for free.
what's going on, Blake? What's up, buddy?
What's the word? What's going on? I missed your stream on Friday. I did watch a little bit before we went on. I got completely
Before we went on, right?
Yep, before we got all banged up.
I should make that out.
Made that change out your ringtone.
Because now my son's doing it too.
He's doing.
I think the idea that his voice is gone doing it though.
You mean this?
That's amazing too. Yes. Oh God.
Alex, we're going to show some stuff that Brett added to his collection.
Yes. Oh, thank you. Yes.
Weeks. I haven't had anything new since I got the Christmas balls in place. That didn't sound good. But
I didn't have anything new until 48 hours ago.
Yeah, I just have not. I don't know. There's nothing that's really. I did order some stuff, but I haven't had anything come in. So new items in our collection. We could do that real quick. But Brett's got some stuff.
Yeah.
For you collectors out. Oh, there's collectible spotlight. No, new items in our collection. So Brett's got some cool stuff. He just got this. I like this. So
yeah.
We need to reach out to this guy because he makes these things and they're really cool.
Oh yeah, I will. We can send. Or I'll just. I have the picture. I took the card. Did I not send a picture of the card to you? My bad. I'll send the picture of that. Okay, but yeah, these pins. I spoke to the artist. He did. Oh God, great work. He did all the Halloween movies. He's doing more Halloween ones, but he did these ghost face stickers of all the characters. Like there's a ghost face of Jason, but it's the original Nintendo 8-bit Jason in that purplish color.
Nice.
With the ghost face. It was pretty damn cool.
I will say this now that I'm looking at the two bottom pins. It looks like Michael's doing the surprise finger in the butt to Daniel Harris, and vice versa. Looks like Donald Pleasance is doing it to Michael on the other one because he's sort of like.
Yep. Oh, the picture's right there, actually. Saints and Skulls. So
Saints and Skulls.
So
if I have to come back in here, I'm cracking skulls.
Saints and then the letter N, Skulls. Or www.saints.
That's right, Oracle. You were there. Did you see this stand? Did you see that stand? Tony Santiago's booth, Brett?
I did. The art, I kind of went through the art pretty quick because usually when I see some of that, Pat, it could get expensive.
Yeah, you buy it. Yeah, but this guy was there too.
Santiago pretty well? Do you
What's
know
that?
his art pretty well, Tony Santiago?
Me? No, I don't. You know me. I don't collect any of the prints or anything like that, so I don't know.
That's right, because it's overkill.
It's just too much. I don't. I didn't latch onto it years ago, and I'm not about to start now because it's just too much and it's too expensive, and no place for it. And no.
Pat, I think out of these four things, though, I really like the fog one, especially because Blake's in the background. And that
is pretty cool. I do like that. Yeah, because you get to see Blake, and it was hard to see from here, but yeah,
he's back there. Yeah,
Blake's,
pretty cool.
There's not Nick Castle's. Are you actually going to go to the convention and see Nick Castle, guys? You and your brother going to go, Blake?
Blake sent me a message. He's like, dude. I was like, dude, that's awesome. You gotta go. You gotta meet.
He's
Nick.
affordable. He's not overpriced at all. He's actually very reasonable, and he's cool as hell.
I'd be curious, like, if what baseball cap he's wearing, because he's always wearing whatever team's local or whatever. Like every time he's here, it's always the Cubs hat. And
never seen him without a hat on.
Yeah, I think he had a Reds hat on when we were in Kentucky. Yeah. Yeah, pretty wild, man.
Oh, cool.
We did give you a card. Okay.
Very cool. So you also got your house poster signed by Sean Cunningham, correct?
Yes. So Sean Cunningham, he signed it, and he was like, he saw where Steve Miner signed. Steve Miner signed like right over his name above where it says house. He's like, what the hell? I was like, yeah, I know. I don't know what that's all about.
Nice.
Yeah, can't get Richard Mull, unfortunately, but there's still opportunity to get a couple of other people if they ever come around. So.
Yeah, that's right, Richard Mull.
Matt Russell's buddy. We got to get. I got to get Fred Decker on that sucker. And I've met Fred Decker before. That was before I had the house poster. So, yeah,
that's such a great
we
poster.
love this film.
Poster. Oh, big fans of this film. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I got to take some better camera shots, Pat. So yeah, I've got like 6 signatures on that now, including Eli Roth. So
who was there that's on this one now? They did.
So the guy that played John Carver, the killer, not Patrick Dempsey, obviously, but obviously there's somebody
that actually played the killer. Correct. Okay.
Behind the mask. Let me bring this up here. So the female lead, who I think you liked as much as I did too.
Yeah.
What the hell is her name? Why isn't it coming up?
Yeah,
here, Neil Verlac. I don't want to butcher it, but we had Karen Cliche, Kathleen, the one that gets roasted in the oven.
Mm-hmm.
And what is the one of the Lettermen? Gabriel Davenport, who played Scuba. If you remember who Scuba is. We got him, and then the other deputy. I forgot his name, but we got the deputy, the bearded guy with the long hair that we were kind of thinking could have been a killer.
Very cool. Yeah, I like that. I'm looking forward to part 2. And that's going to be, I guess it's going to be next year. It'll be 26.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I asked the female lead again. Why do I keep on butchering her name? Sorry. Nell. I asked Nell, and she's like, "Yeah, Eli was just talking to me about it. We're going to be getting ready to go in the next couple of months." I'm like, "Oh, that's cool." So, yeah, looking forward to it.
Says Brett, how do you like your portfolio? That's the Baroque studio. That's the one that I guess Sean mentioned. I still haven't gotten one.
Yes,
it's expensive.
Lurch. Yeah, I like them a lot. they're expensive, so I wait for the coupon code. You can get a 20% off coupon code periodically. So
I got to get one because I have so many posters that are just rolled up
Yeah.
here that I'd love to have in one of those books.
yeah, I think I'm up to 4 of them now. There's a problem. So
You might have a problem.
yeah. Oh, well, Blake's in the chat. He'll get a kick out of this, but yeah, this is Ringside Collectibles is a wrestling figure website. They do a lot of exclusive stuff with WWE and AEW and all that. So Mick Foley, all 3 of his characters, he signed this bad boy, each one in a different nice color.
Ahmed Foley,
Aquaman,
Aquel.
Scuba Steve. Those well, you've got enough Halloween posters and other posters that portfolio might work out for you too. Actually,
I could fill up like 2 of them at least. That's how many pages are in them? How many does it hold?
So it's 20 pages, but it's 2-sided, so it's 40 posters. But you can always get 5 extra pages if you want. Like I did that for the first 2 binders, but it gets heavy, but it also it gets the turn to pages. It gets harder when they add the extra pages. So
yeah, I have to pick it up. I have to pick one up. I know they're expensive as all hell, but because I have these posters I'd love to take out that I just have rolled up here, and so I really got to do it.
I don't know if I told Cody. So I know I've talked to my brother about it because my brother actually got me this figure set for my birthday last year. So Mick Foley had said on when he still had his podcast last year that you bring one of these up to me, I'll discount the autographs. And most people, when I was going and reading online, he was charging you for 2 autographs and not 3. And I went up there. I'm like, yeah, I heard you on the podcast that you do something nice and you discount it with getting all 3 signatures. He's like, well, not anymore, man. So you got to pay for all 3 of them. I'm like, what? And he's like, you know what he says, Pat? You know what he says? He's like, well, you're not going to be getting some of these figures sooner or later anyways now because of the tariffs. I was like, oh, God, here we go. He's that
wasn't cool.
Yeah, so.
Well, he should have honored it because I'm sure not a lot of people remembered that and said it. He said, look, since you brought it up, I'll do it for you.
Yeah.
You know?
So I lost a little bit of respect for the guy, but the guy did so much for wrestling and put his body through a ton.
That was kind of a shitty thing. He should have, because I'm sure not a lot of people did that. He probably should have said, like, look, I'll honor it for you since you brought it up. Because
I often think you see the person. I'm a 43-year-old kid. You know what I mean? Just like he probably thought I was gonna. Some people like, oh, you're gonna go resell it. I'm like, I paid you for the autograph, so what does it matter what I do with it? It's mine now. It's not like you signed it for free.
Yeah, I'm still paying for it. So he charged you for each signature, right? How much was each signature?
$60 a piece.
Yeah, that's a lot, dude. It's like,
Yeah.
That's
and
a lot
I was
of
already
money.
up. I probably could have just walked away, but yeah.
I probably would have because honestly, sometimes these people with their prices of the signatures is like, look, dude, a person like me, I would walk past this guy in the street and not even know who the fuck he was. It's like $8 for your signature is a lot of money.
I guarantee you, this guy, you would probably think something's wrong with him because he's so beat up. Man. I think he's both of his hips replaced. He's replaced his knees. Yeah.
That's why I think the most I've ever paid for a signature, $60, $65. That's about it. Anything more than that, you guys get over yourselves.
Yeah, for you,
not that important.
I think it's a bit for him. Don't get me wrong. He's a former world champion, Hall of Fame or whatever. But I'm sorry. I could have just walked away. I didn't do it though. I guess I got more of a. I went there to get it right, so it's like, oh fuck, this guy's gonna take me for more money than I thought.
Well, the best is when you see these people where they have all these different levels. Like your signature is this price, signature with a photo is this price, because the photos were always included with the signatures years ago. Then if you want this, you want it personalized, you want this, you want that, you want that. It's like, dude, guys, they're going to do exactly what is starting to happen. Price themselves out of the market.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen because people are just going to be like, and I already start to see it. Some people, they're too expensive. I've just, you go to enough cons. I've been at cons. I hear people as I walk around like, how much? Fuck that. Keep that shit. Instead of saying, okay, I'll charge you $65 and do a couple hundred people, or I'm going to charge you $180 or $200 and get a third of that.
Yeah, who was expensive there? And I couldn't believe how much it was. The artist that did the new Creep Show. He worked on Halloween 5. What's the guy's name?
Oh, the artist?
Somebody, the
Nicotero?
makeup effects guy. Yeah,
Nicot-
he was charging $60. I was like, $60? I know he's a name, but $60 for him? It's not even on screen, really.
Yeah, that was a little. I would see I would think maybe like $40 would be reasonable for him.
Heck, if the final girl in frickin' Thanksgiving's charging $40, come on.
Yeah. Finger in the butthole in this price. Yeah, that's why I like my signatures. You know me, I only do like the originals from like Halloween 1 through 3, and I think the most I've paid is $60 for one of them. And I just looked at some of the other stuff, like even Carpenter when he was charging for those signatures. That's the reason I got the whole VIP package, because was it $280 or something like that? Lurch, if you're still in the chat, is that what it was? I forget it. Which was for all the swag, the VIP shit, and a signature. I'm like, that's not bad considering all the shit. But and that's the most I'll ever pay, just because I figure let me go see him before, God forbid he kicks the bucket.
Yeah. You just made me think of something with John Carpenter. Yeah, Mick Foley's probably the John Carpenter of wrestling. Probably is the best way to say it.
Ahmed Foley. Well, you Shatner charged over $100, my buddy. Yeah, Shatner's not cheap.
No,
And it's the same thing. It's like, dude, you're in your 90s. You're not gonna be around that much longer. You don't even have time to spend the money. How much more fucking money do you need?
When I had him sign that one mask, I don't think it was that much, though. Definitely not. He wasn't that much.
Well, who is? Oh, God, who? I
But
know.
He's ranking in for his family or something until he's gone, right? Because he's what, 92?
He's up there, and I know. What do you call it? It's a lot, isn't he? Robert Englund's. He's pricey.
I think he's like $150.
Yeah, he's pricey.
He wasn't even $50 when I got him 20 years ago.
Yeah, there was a bunch of people that were awfully pricey, and it's like, and if you got, I'd never tell people how to spend their money. You want to spend the money, go right ahead and do it. For me, no, thank you.
I think Bill might have followed it further. If you go to Flashback Weekend's website, they sold tickets to get in his line. Like you bought it ahead so you could get a guaranteed spot in line for autograph or something of that nature. I don't know if you saw that, Bill.
See, Jordan's that's my kind of thing. Sign your butthole. $5, I'm good for that. You want to sign my butthole? I'm up for that.
Whenever we make our own craft beer, when we agree with a brewery, Pat, we'll have to sign some cans.
Nice. Yeah, so that's new stuff that Brett got. I didn't get anything new because I just, like I said, ordered some stuff, but nothing's here yet. So soon, yeah, I've been on a little bit of a lull. Spent a lot of money this year, and I don't know, not seeing a lot of stuff that's really piquing my interest. It's one of those things.
And I haven't bought the last number of Halloween things. I don't even think you have either.
There's a lot of stuff I haven't bought yet. Yeah,
I haven't picked up an H6 NECA figure. I'm not really. It's going to be around. You know what I mean? I'm not rushed.
The reason I got it is because I just took a shot. I passed by once and said, all right, let's see if it's there. If it's there, I'll get it. And I walked in and boom, there was a bunch of them. I'm like, all right, problem solved.
Like, I didn't buy that flaming Halloween 2 head knockers one where it looks like he's got vines growing out of him. Remember that one? I didn't buy that until like a couple months ago. And that thing's been out for like 2 years.
Oh, no, I do have that one. I'm like, do I have it? Yeah, it's up there. That one.
The red flames look like they're vines, right?
Mm-hmm. Marco remembers when he met Kane Harder back at Flashback Week in 2013. So well, that's it. Back in the day, well, I remember the days of going to early conventions like Chiller Theater back in the 90s, or even like the KISS conventions. I used to go. That's where I started going to conventions, was at the KISS conventions. And if there was a celebrity there, if you bought their stuff, they signed it for free.
Yeah.
As long as you bought their shit, they signed it for free. And then they realized, wait a second, you can buy my shit and I could charge you to sign it. And there you go.
Well, I think we talked about it on one of the shows. When Fangora used to have their conventions, Weekends of Horror, there was always like a theatrical movie that was being promoted as the main movie, besides having guests. And all the people, like a lot of the big name players, would come. And if you were like a VIP, you were guaranteed to get autographs with them after the panel, like behind the curtain and everything. It was part of the admission. I didn't pay for anything extra. That's how I got George Romero too. I got him for free doing it like that too.
That's what it used to be like. It used to be that way. And back in the days of the KISS convention stuff, I didn't collect autographs. I would just buy this stuff because I collected memorabilia, and you see Peter Criss there, or Ace Frehley would be there, or like Eric Singer, or some of the people from the Kiss Cam. If anybody
Yeah.
knows the Kiss Cam, you buy their stuff and get a picture or whatever, and shake their hand, and they didn't charge you for it. And there was then somebody just said, "Hey, wait a second. There's a fog bank out there." They said we can charge you for this stuff, and then boom, they have the modern convention where you have to spend $50 just to get in the door to spend more money.
Wait, Blake just brought up, wasn't Vicki Lawrence just at Chiller Theater? I think too, Pat.
Yes,
Like
she
at
was.
Yeah, not the one
Yes,
we
she
were at, but or was it? No, it wasn't the one we were at. She was there, right?
And Blake, what's the Mama's Family connection to Halloween, Blake?
Don't look it up, Blake.
I watch it all the time. Mama's Family is always on at night. It's always on at like 7:00 on one of the Pluto channels.
Before we finish up, let me go grab something really quick here. I know we're getting off here in a second, so
Yeah, go grab it. Yeah, we'll button up in a couple of minutes because you got to help get his kids to sleep. Yeah, so the connection to Mama's Family for you Halloween fans is in the beginning when they show the front of Mama's house. That's Linda's house from Halloween. That house is 2 doors down from the famous hedge. So we did see it when we were out in Pasadena. So yeah, it's 2 doors down from the famous hedge. So I took a picture of it. I remember when I was on the tour and I sent it to my wife. I'm like, look, she's like, what is it? She doesn't know. I said, this is Mama Family's house. She's like, who's Mama? Yeah, she's like, I have no idea. Bill says, met Darth Vader and Chewbacca at a local video store when he was in first grade. Saw the pictures recently. They were Darth Vader and Chewbacca. They weren't Darth Vader and Chewbacca, but you thought they were, right? So you loved it at the time. And once again, everybody, may the 4th be with you. Did you know that I used to be scared of the ending of Mama's Family when I was a kid? She walks out on the porch while the music is playing. Yeah, that's the house. So if you watch Halloween, when you see Linda, when all 3 of them are walking home from school, and Linda says, trick or treat for Bob, funny, the house she's walking towards is Mama's house.
Sorry about the Frank Drebin.
Did you pull a Drebin? Did you piss? I didn't hear it. It's been a minute since Brett pulled a Drebin. Brett's got a cool looking chair.
Damn right I do.
All right, so what we have left, we're going to do a quick collectible spotlight. I'm not even going to show the intro anymore because I got to redo it. It's not even in that room anymore.
Do we get this
You'd
together?
rather be stalking random people and how? Where did you get that?
I was going to ask you, did I get this? I found this when I was going through some stuff from the convention at H45, like the program and stuff. Did I get this with you? Maybe I did. Do you not? It's got all bent up, unfortunately.
Why don't I remember that?
You're like, I want to get that.
Thanks, Liana. Yeah, but everybody hit that like button and hit the
Yes.
if you're not subscribed. The fuck are you waiting for? Damn ya. Come on, we act like jackasses all the time here. So
We act like Bernie.
We sing, we do all sorts of stuff. Here we go. All right, collectible spotlight. So Brett's got his. He sent me a picture. I didn't grab. Sometimes I meant to grab it, so it ties in perfectly with our rank.
I'm sorry.
Manhattan. Who's it signed by in the middle, and between the N and the Y?
So, yes, Pat, this is. I got to work on my brightness. I should do a better shot. I'm sorry. That is Kane Hodder. This is the very first autograph I ever got on a poster. And it was at a toy convention in St. Charles, right by me. So. That's Kane Hodder.
I love that poster. That's a cool poster.
That's what I thought because I was like, oh man, you're out in that neck of the woods. And that was the advanced poster. Okay, I gotta do better on these pictures.
What's something cool like
We'll fix that for you next time.
I have to get something as cool for a collectible spotlight. I bet the grabbing I completely forgot. I got all my ducks in a row except for this. Hold on. Let's do. All right.
Did you find something?
Yeah, I see if there's a glare. I haven't brought these out in a while, but I bring this up because there was somebody in the collectors group selling one of them. So for those, if you guys, I know you know these. Hold on, let me bring this. So the Kelly O'Rourke novels, the Halloween novels.
Those are, those are gold.
Yeah, so
And
for
Pats
those
are
who
in-
don't know, these were like young adult novels that came out. I want to say this was the mid to late
Cool,
90s.
Cody. Yeah.
Mid to late 90s. So there's three of them. There's three versions: the Madhouse, the Old Myers Place, and the Scream Factory. So for those who've never seen them, and these are extremely expensive now when you want to buy them. That's the Madhouse, the Old Myers Place, and the Scream
bought 'em, Pat?
Factory.
I bought them at the bookstore in the town now where my parents live in Wisconsin.
Did you? I bought these at a used bookstore in Wildwood, New Jersey. There's a used bookstore. It's still there. We go there every year. And when I went down there, I didn't even know they would at the time. I mean, I've had these for years. I didn't even know they came out. So I must have, if I paid $5 a piece for them when I bought them, now they're selling for like $200 a piece. Because people want them.
Damn.
And if you want to just read them, shout out to the Slasher Librarian who's on YouTube. He's got all these books, and all the Halloween novels as audiobooks. So if you want, Bill got the shit kicked out of him in Wisconsin once.
Did you ever see any of the Friday the 13th ones? They made young adult ones too.
They did make the young adult ones. I didn't collect them, but I did see them at the time.
What were they called? Crystal Lake Stories, I think. I have 2 of them.
Yeah, I never bought them, but I did see them at the time. These I got all. The only one I think I bought. I know the second printing of the OG. The second printing of the OG with the poster print on it. That one I bought secondhand, and I bought that. I think I maybe paid $20 at the time, but the original version I found in that bookstore too years ago. It had to be the early 90s. And I didn't even know that at that time I had no idea that Halloween was even a novel. I didn't even know it because I looked at it on my Halloween and I saw the logo look the same. I'm like, I'm reading the back of it. I'm like, because this is before the days of the internet and all the shit that you find out now. I had no fucking clue, but I'm like, holy shit, this is a book about Halloween. And that's when I bought it.
Like, I will be buying that.
I'm like, yeah, I will be buying that.
What?
Hey, what's up, Ronnie?
Is that bookstore still open?
They're still there. It's called Hooked on Books, Wildwood, New Jersey. They're still there. We go there every year.
These wrestlers are getting insane with their prices. Different costs for different cards. Yeah, you know it. You know it.
Yeah. Yeah, Hooked on Books, Wildwood, New Jersey. We go there every year. No, it's because we like to go there. My son loves to read. My wife loves to read. I like to read. I just don't have the fucking time. But we go there because they always like to get books and they'll read something while we're on vacation. So it's like a little trip we do every year to go there.
That's cool. I dig it. I
dig it. So that's our collectible spotlight. And folks, that is everything for this fine evening. We're hitting 2 hours and 13 minutes. Running the marathon going. What's blowing up on our phone now?
I don't know.
I watch wrestling for the plot. Fucking Jordan. Folks, this is what I was saying. My phone blows up all day long, but I love it. My wife's like, Jesus Christ, damn it. So we will be back on Thursday, folks. Not Tuesday, not Monday. Thursday for a watch along of House of Wax as we celebrate the 20th anniversary. And probably Friday, as James brought it up earlier, probably Friday, because the wife's not coming back till Saturday, I think. So Friday night I'll be running Stag. I'll just have to watch the puppies. Maybe I'll do a kiss and chat episode.
Bill's still singing.
That's wrestling signatures.
What a dick, Cody Decker, huh?
Nice.
What a dick.
Oh, you guys are dicks. And as Leanna says, everybody hit that like button. Help us out.
Yes.
Support the channel. If you want to become a member, there's some cool shit. We're overdue for a member stream, so maybe we'll do a member stream this week too, if you have time.
You know what? If everybody's up late on Friday, Pat. Wait, no, you can't Friday now, right?
No, Friday. I'm pretty sure Friday the wife's not coming back till Saturday, so I have Friday. That's why I figured we'll do the watch along on Thursday, and Friday I think they're coming back the next day, so we can do 2 streams. I could do an early kiss one. I could do an early kiss one, and then maybe a later members only stream.
Yeah, like because I'll be back. I'll be back around 10 o'clock Central. So
Bill's gonna have to miss Thursday. He's got Everscathe band practice. That's cool. Thanks, Cody. Love you, man. Looking forward to hanging out
Thanks,
with you in a couple
Cody.
weeks.
Love you, bud. Yep.
We have to make
It's
sure
good to see
Decker comes down so we can,
It's-
all three of us, we can all get arrested at the same time.
I didn't get to see. I hadn't seen Cody in a bit on video, so it's good to catch up with him.
Wife's gone, so gang-a-bang at the ring house. Yeah, it's going to be me, puppies, drinking, porn, all sorts of stuff, sticky stuff. Looking forward to it. So yeah, everybody, thanks so much. You hang out. We'll say our goodbyes after the fact, and we will be back. If nothing earlier, I might have the next episode of my I think the next 10 years of my life, my 10 favorite movies of each year of my life that I've been doing. I think the next one will probably be out before then. Gotta see how far I get. But thanks everybody. Like, comment, subscribe, all that fun shit, and we'll see everybody if not sooner on Thursday. All right, later.
Good night.